Attention, stations on the network. Our broadcast will begin in 10 minutes from my mark. In 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, mark. That was your 10-minute time check, stations. Attention, stations on the network. Our broadcast will begin in 5 minutes from my mark. In 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, mark. That was your 5-minute time check, stations. Attention, stations on the network. Our broadcast will begin in 2 minutes from my mark. In 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, mark. That was your 2-minute time check, stations. Attention, stations on the network. Our broadcast will begin in 1 minute from my mark. In 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, mark. That was your 1-minute time check, stations.
on the Bobcat Sports Network from Learfield. This is Montana State Bobcat basketball.
Inside, left-hand slam. What was that?
Brought to you by Door Tech, raising the door on quality. Montana State University, mountains and mines. And by Rate, the foundation of great homes throughout Montana. Live from the First Interstate Bank broadcast booth, here's the voice of the Bobcats, Keaton Gillogly.
Well, it only takes 2 syllables to light this state on fire, and tonight we get to see that spark this place as we get ready to go for Cat Grizz. It's Montana State and Montana today in Missoula. It is the second of the 2 meetings between these 2 arch rivals who currently sit tied for second place in the Big Sky. Hello, everybody. My name is Keaton Gillogly. A pleasure to be with you on this Saturday night. Sitting to my right is Brian Priebe as we get ready to go for our tip-off coming up at the top of the hour. All right, Brian, how we doing? How we feeling tonight?
Nothing better than Cat Grizz Saturdays in February, especially. A lot on the line, seating, pride, you name it. It's a beautiful day. Absolutely.
Well, the women have already handled business today. They defeated the Lady Grizz 72-55 in what was a fairly convincing win this afternoon, similar to their convincing win at home. So taking care of business. Ella Johnson played phenomenally, both defensively and knocking down a couple of threes. So they continue to roll and sit a game back of Idaho for first place. All right, well, let's get into this one tonight. Brian, before we get into our Mountain Hot Tub opposing team profile, just in general, Montana State and Montana coming in at 8-4, tied for second place. Portland State has lost today. They're sitting at 11-2. We've got 6 games left, 3 weeks left, barely 3 weeks left. So here we go. Everything's on the line.
Absolutely. And Portland State still has Eastern Washington on the schedule. They've got to come through the Treasure State. They are not a given to win this league outright. I think the winner of this game tonight, obviously, is best positioned, especially if it's the Bobcats, to challenge for the regular season title in the number 1 seed.
Well, that would be quite a feat based on what Montana State has been through this year, losing 3 regular players to season-ending injuries. Davian Brown threw up 24 points in the win against Montana back in Bozeman. And for the Bobcats to have weathered all of that storm, to have faced all of this adversity, to still be in this place right here, right now on Valentine's Day, to still compete for a regular season title is miraculous.
Yeah, a lot of Bobcat fans need to be sending Coach Logie and his staff a little Be Mine Valentine's Day card today, because the job they've done truly has been phenomenal. And these players have played so well together. They are so committed to one another. And it's allowed this team to, in some regards, overachieve based on the number of games lost to severe injury.
So we'll see if Montana State can keep this thing going. And really, overall, you think about the 3 years under Coach Logie now, he hasn't really had a full cabinet or a full toolbox of tools in these 3 years. You know, the first year, the last coach of Division I to be hired. You know, last season they kind of went for it with some of those legacy guys. And now this year, it felt like they had built a terrific Big Sky roster, and now it's been undercut by injuries.
Yeah, there's no doubt about it. I think if Montana State was sitting right now with those 3 guys that are going to be in sweats tonight playing, that this team would be at the top of the conference. They just felt like, hands down, between talent and chemistry, the best team in the league.
No doubt. Well, absolutely. At some point, we will see Coach Logie have his full complement of tools, and we think that will look very, very good in this league. But for now, boy, they certainly have been playing well despite some of the shortcomings due to injury. And now they're going up against a University of Montana team led by 12th-year head coach Travis DeCure. Again, both teams sitting at 8-4. And it's time now to break down this Montana team and see why they're going to be in hot water today. Brought to you by Mountain Hot Tub, Montana's largest hot tub dealer since 1979. Your authorized hot spring spa dealer with locations in Bozeman, Butte, and Helena. All right, what should we know about this Montana team?
Well, the Grizz are really middle of the pack as it comes to an offensive ball club. Their Achilles heel is they turn the ball over so much. They are by far the worst team in the conference as it comes to turnovers, and it's really the thing that holds them back. Their defense, top 2 in the league. They've been really good defensively, especially guarding on the perimeter throughout this season, and they've got their 2 leaders. Money Williams is the man, probably among vote getters as it relates to Conference Player of the Year in the conference, in the league. He's 21 points a game, 4 assists, He averages 4 turnovers, so he's a big part of the challenges they have around turnovers. And he's a guy you absolutely cannot foul because he's just a guaranteed make at the foul line. And then you've got Tayon Sawyer, and he's 14 points, 5 boards. He is shooting 60% from the field. He is their physical heart and soul guy. Didn't really do much in Bozeman. Struggled a little bit with Chris Hodges' size, length, and physicality. Be interesting to see how that matchup plays here tonight. But it really comes down to Money Williams. It's interesting. In their wins, he actually, in conference, averages 17 points a game. In their losses, he's 21, 22 points a game. So there's something about their offense that actually struggles when he takes over and becomes that only go-to scorer.
Yeah, that's an interesting nugget, and no, we'll see what kind of ball distribution he has tonight, because the Bobcats did force 6 turnovers out of Money Williams alone in the first meeting, 15 total turnovers for Montana, and 10 total steals for Montana State in that first meeting with 76-67 win on one of the greatest Saturdays in the history of Montana State athletics with the championship parade early that morning. It was the largest win in the Cat Grizz rivalry on the women's side in the afternoon, and then, of course, that cinematic win on that Saturday night. Now, today we're getting ready to go for the Bobcats and the Grizzlies once again. We're going to take a break, and when we get back, we'll get our Kendall Ford keys to the game. Later, we'll get you caught up on the rest of the out-of-town scoreboard. Then we'll sit down with head coach Matt Logie, including talking a little bit about that matchup between Chris Hodges and Tayon Sawyer. We got more coming up. Back after this, your list of Bobcat basketball, presented by Learfield.
Welcome to the bundle event. Entering now our undisputed tag team champions, the mid-size SUV and the mid-century modern. Together with a State Farm agent, this auto and home duo are a powerful force of savings, service, and customizable coverage. Now, let's get ready to bundle.
Contact Bozeman State Farm agent Dan Rust today.
Availability and amount of discounts and savings vary by state.
It was a nice spring day, so I decided to do a little work around the house. I didn't think anything of it. I've dug 1,000 holes 1,000 times until I hit a shallow gas line. The repair cost me over $5,000, and in one fell swoop, the family vacation was kaput. I know I'm not the only one, but it still hurts. Next time I'm calling 811 before I dig.
Learn from Jerry and hundreds of others. Call 811 before you dig.
Brought to you by Montana811.org.
Whether it's game day or work day, Montanans count on strength, precision, and reliability. At DoorTech, we bring the same championship mindset to every garage door we install, service, and repair. Rooted in 6 generations of Montana grit and committed to excellence, we're proud to serve the Gallatin Valley and proud to cheer on the Bobcats. DoorTech, rooted in family, committed to excellence, focused on you. Come see us at our new location in Belgrade, 195 High K Street, or visit DoorTechMT.com.
If you're in need of structural engineering for your residential, commercial, or wireless telecommunications project, Ascent Engineering provides comprehensive solutions for your project's success. Ascent Engineering is now serving the Big Sky Country in southwestern Montana. Whether it's a new residential home, new commercial building, long-awaited remodel, covered outdoor living space, retaining wall, or telecommunications tower, Ascent Engineering is your expert at providing forensics, assessments, or designs. Ascent Engineering is a proud supporter of your Montana State Bobcats.
Keaton Gillogly back with Brian Priebe as we get ready to go for Cat Grizz. It's the 312th meeting between these two arch rivals. Montana State winning earlier this season, and today trying to complete a very rare sweep, a season sweep against Montana, but it will be a tall task this evening, and that leads us into what it'll take for Montana State to get this thing done. As we talk about now, our Kendall Ford keys to the game presented by Kendall Ford of Bozeman. All right, Brian, how do the Bobcats get this thing done today and earn a season sweep against the arch rivals?
Well, the number one thing is the intangible. You've got to be the aggressor. In Bozeman, Montana State struggled a little bit early, but then took that role pretty dominantly. They were +5 on turnovers, +6 on rebounds, +8 on free throw attempts. Those are all signs of being the more aggressive ball club. But this game's coming down to turnovers and three-pointers made. Montana has just killed themselves all year with the turnovers. In game number 1, the Grizz had 14 turnovers. The Bobcats had 10 turnovers. That plus margin is everything when you get into what you've got going tonight. And then from behind the arc, the three-point line, in Game 1, the Grizz made 8 threes. The Bobcats made 10 threes. And that's the difference. The Grizz in conference play are over when they lose the turnover battle and they lose the number of three-pointers made. They are undefeated if they win or tie even one of those categories. It is all that this game is about. The Bobcats have got to take away the three, sell out, even give up layups to take away the three, followed by you got to force turnovers and take care of the ball yourself.
Well, those are two things that Montana State has been pretty good at so far this year.
Yeah, and I think it's one of the reasons this isn't a scary matchup. It's why Vegas is saying this is a close to a pick'em game, which you wouldn't expect that for, being on the road in a rivalry game of two fairly even teams. But Montana's ability to offensively do the things they have to do to be successful has just been so inconsistent all year. It's why they're where they're at.
All right, well, we'll see how it all plays out today. We should get to some of the news of the week. So let's see. Since we last spoke, Bobby Houck has unretired and taken the University of Illinois defensive coordinator role. Also, North Dakota State has made the move up to the Mountain West to the tune of a $17 million fee in order to get up into the Mountain West. So big-time complexion change right now at the top of the FCS.
Yeah, and NDSU goes up in football only. So $17 million just for your football program. All your other sports just stay back in the Summit.
Right. So we'll see how that plays out. I think on the field they're going to be one of the better teams in that new Mountain West, but that gives you an indication of what it kind of costs right now, because on top of that, you got to up your your athletic department budget as well. And right now Sacramento State is shopping around $15 million to the MAC potentially to go up next season. So as people kind of think about all this stuff, that's what it costs right now.
Yeah, the cost just, it's hard to see the benefit analysis there, because for North Dakota State, the other problem, they're ineligible for postseason for 2 years.
Right.
So it's 2028. Well, all of the contracts and media things expire in 2030. And so this whole thing's going to look different in 2030 than it looks today at the FBS level. And so they're signing up for who knows what.
It's a wild time, man. It's a wild time. The other news and notes, too, is the Summit League Big Sky Challenge has been amended moving forward. So it's not going to be the full conferences playing each other starting next year. Now it's going to be just 4 teams on the men's side, not on the women's side now. So North Dakota State, South Dakota State will match up with Idaho State, Montana, and Montana State over the next couple of years. So next year, North Dakota's coming to Montana State, and Montana State will travel to South Dakota. So I'm sure for Coach Sam Scholl, does a lot of the scheduling, he's very happy to have 2 games off the books.
Yeah, and getting home games is so hard in November, December, that guaranteeing a home game against another mid-major program is really vital.
And on top of that, we will see 2 more, we'll see 2 more conference games next year as well, with the subtraction of Sac State, but the addition of Utah Tech and Southern Utah. So I know they're excited so that'll put us back up to 20 games in the Big Sky starting next year.
Yeah, and that's huge again for home games, for crowds, for fans to be able to see the Bobcats. This year you just had a handful of games at the Brick in non-conference, and of those, 2 of them are non-D1. So I think that's great news all around.
Absolutely. All right, we're going to take a break. When we come back, we'll take a look at the out-of-town scoreboard, and then after that, we'll get to head coach Matt Logie. It's the Bobcats and the Grizzlies tonight from Missoula. Back after this, you're listening to Bobcat Basketball, presented by Learfield.
Local is more than where you do business. It's how you serve your customers and communities. And for us, it's why we do what we do. At Stockman Bank, we offer convenient, innovative financial solutions backed by the power of quick, informed local decisions. So you receive the services you need when you need them. We don't just believe in local, we are local. We are Stockman Bank, Montana's brand of banking. Member FDIC.
Northern States Fishing Tools, a proud sponsor of the Montana State Bobcats, has been serving the eastern Montana and western North Dakota oil fields since 1978. We are here to provide you with the best tools and services, all at competitive prices. Northern States Fishing Tools services the Williston Basin with fishing and rental tools, along with downhole tools that include packers, plugs, and through tubing equipment. We have the expert knowledge to give you satisfying results based on your specific needs. Go Bobcats!
Mike Rowe here with another random fact. Those cracks on your walls aren't just cosmetic. They could mean your home is sinking. Whether it's drywall cracks, exterior cracks, or sticking doors or windows, do yourself a favor. Call Groundworks. I spent some time working with these guys, and they're the real deal. Their people are trained and certified to stabilize your foundation.
Groundworks, official foundation repair company of Montana State Athletics.
Licensed in all states where work is performed. See website for details.
Debilitating joint pain can keep you from doing the things you love most. At Bozeman Health Spine and Joint Institute, we take a holistic approach to your orthopedic surgery, combining state-of-the-art orthopedic capabilities with whole health optimization. We'll work with you to identify and address any medical issues prior to your surgery. Our optimized health approach ensures your surgery is just the beginning of a new, pain-free life. Explore more at bozemanhealth.org/SJI.
The brand is one of the most recognized in healthcare. The fact that we've been in Montana for over 80 years shows our strength. I'm Lisa Kelly, president of Blue Cross and Blue Shield of Montana. I'm proud that we have the local presence, and yet we're also very fortunate to leverage the size of our larger organization, including innovative products and services at the larger national level, and be able to bring that to Montana for all of our members in the future.
Blue Cross and Blue Shield of Montana, a division of Healthcare Service Corporation, a mutual legal reserve company.
With friendly customer service and an outstanding location near Montana State University and the base of the Bridger Mountain Range, Country Inn & Suites by Radisson is the perfect place to begin your Bozeman adventure. Country Inn & Suites offers a hot and delicious Be Our Guest breakfast buffet each morning. Free Wi-Fi is available throughout the property, and we have a business center and meeting rooms. Our indoor pool and hot tub is a great way to relax after a day of fun, and the on-site fitness center will keep your workout goals on track. We have spacious king and double queen suites with a full-size sleeper sofa available, and every room in Country Inn & Suites is smoke-free. Reserve your room today.
We're back in Missoula getting ready to go for Cat Grizz. It's the 312th meeting between these two programs, and for Montana State, trying to earn their 5th season sweep against Montana this century. They did it in 23. That was the last time they won here in Missoula. They did it in 2010. They did it in 2005 and then lost in the conference tournament. They also did it in 2002, but then later lost in the conference tournament as well. So the Bobcats trying to do something they haven't done a ton over the last quarter century. We'll see if the Bobcats can get this thing done despite the short-handed roster. Montana State heading out onto the floor right now. You can hear the Cats fans and some boos. Nice mixture, but that was pretty even between boos and cheers. So we'll take that as the Bobcats take the floor now. Let's take a look at our out-of-town scoreboard presented by First Interstate Bank. We've got 3 finals in the books. The most important final today, Northern Colorado handles Portland State. Northern Colorado wins 77-65. Northern Colorado has now won 6 straight. That snaps Portland State's 4-game winning streak, and Portland State now sits at 11-2. So that is a massive game, but not super surprising result.
Yeah, and Portland State's been living on the edge. I mean, they've got every road win is by a bucket. You know, it's one of those things where it was bound to start happening, and now the question is, does that snowball into 2-3 wins? Because their closing stretch is not easy.
Some of the other scores from today, Idaho hung 99 on their in-state rival, Idaho State. They won 99-69 with a 60-point first half as the Vandals continue to be one of the hottest and coldest teams at alternating times. And then Eastern Washington also blitzed Weber State today, 84-66 with a 51-point first half. Eastern Washington is now over 500 in Big Sky play at 7-6. And then at the half right now up in Flagstaff, Northern Arizona leading Sac State 38-25. So that's what's going on there. And earlier today, the women handling their business against the Lady Grizz, winning 72-55. Ella Johnson had 17 points. She went 7 of 8 from the field with 6 rebounds, 2 blocks, 2 steals. She was a star as the women get the win earlier this afternoon. So that's everything going on there. We are going to take a break, and when we come back, we will sit down with head coach Matt Logie as we get ready to go for the Bobcats and the Grizzlies today. Back after this, you're listening to Bobcat Basketball, presented by Learfield.
Qdoba Bozeman is a proud partner of the Montana State Bobcats. Make your winning play at Qdoba. Show your spirit with your own salad, quesadilla, bowl, burrito, or nacho. queso to your entree, anytime, any day. Hungry yet? Stop by Qdoba at 855 South 29th Avenue right after the game for the ultimate flavor MVP.
Town & Country Foods is a proud supporter of Bobcat Athletics. As a locally owned company, we believe the benefit of buying local helps support the local economies in southwest Montana. Our stores offer great selections of items you need every day, including organics, specialty foods, fresh meats and produce, along with incredible selections from our bakery and deli departments. Town & Country Foods is 100% employee-owned and serves southwest Montana with 9 locations. Visit your local Town & Country Foods today. Go Cats!
At Northwestern Energy, we're committed to helping all of our service areas thrive.
Because these communities are more than just spots on a map, they're our homes too.
From hosting charity events and funding local scholarships
to leading economic development projects, we'll continue to donate our time and resources
to help deliver a bright future for everyone.
For more information, visit northwesternenergy.com/inyourcommunity.
Ready to upgrade your space? Choose the local experts at Futura Cabinetry Inc. With over 50 years of experience, no job is too small. From cabinets and counters to closets and full installations, we deliver exceptional craftsmanship at the best pricing in town. Come meet your neighbors at Bozeman's Best Cabinet Shop, Futura Cabinetry Inc. Quality, value, and experience you can trust.
We're back on the pregame show, getting set for Montana State and Montana today in the second edition of the Brawl of the Wild this season. Keaton Gillogly alongside head coach Matt Logie. All right, Coach, get the mini bye week. How do you feel like you guys were able to utilize the time with a Thursday off day?
Yeah, coming off of a tough loss on Saturday night, it was a good opportunity for us to just kind of take a couple days and reset the bearings and understand, how many things that we are still in control of. Throughout the course of a game and obviously throughout the course of the rest of this year. So had a good week of prep and excited for the opportunity tonight.
It's a big-time stretch here coming up to finish off these final 3 weeks of the regular season. As we look at this matchup with Montana, one of the things they've run into is kind of some turnover issues throughout the season. You guys had 10 steals against them in that first meeting. How do you make sure you're putting pressure on them in their ball control tonight?
Yeah, I think that's been a key for all the teams that have beaten Montana this year, ourselves included. You've got to be active with your defense. You've got to be applying ball pressure and really taking advantage of opportunities when they present themselves to get out and transition afterward.
Well, one of the guys who handles the ball for them a lot is Money Williams. How do you guys attack him and make sure you're putting him in pressure situations tonight?
Yeah, he's obviously a very, very talented player. He can score at all 3 levels. He's also a very good passer and gets the free throw line a lot. So but really it's just about dictating. If you allow him to be the aggressor and get to his spots, he's very, very efficient. But if you can, apply good pressure, be active and sending him where you want the ball to go, that's where he's seen, his share of issues with turnovers at different times.
Tejan Sawyer in the front court, such a big, experienced player for them. How do you see the matchup between him, Chris Hodges, and the rest of your posts in this one tonight?
Yeah, I think our post defense has done a really good job of limiting guys that are accustomed to getting their back to the basket touches, and tonight's no different. We've got to be active with our early post defense, and again pressure the basketball from the passers to make it hard to get in there.
So that's the point guard and the center. Outside of those 2 guys, who you want to make sure that you're really just not letting getting away from you tonight?
Well, Tyler Thompson's been a big X factor for them, being a very, very efficient floor spacer, shooting over 40% from 3, and somebody that really is a beneficiary of all the attention that players like Money and Tejan Sawyer get. So you got to do a good job of being there on the catch and denying his 3-point opportunities.
And finally, as you get ready to go and you're getting ready to talk to your team one last time before you guys head out there tonight, what's your message? How are you talking to them, and how are you getting them ready to go for such a monumental matchup tonight?
Just to attack. We want to have an attack mentality. We want to play fast. We want to be aggressive. When you get into environments like this, there's going to be momentum swings and some ups and downs through the course of a game, and just sticking to our plan and being aggressive in the how and in the way that we do things.
All right, well, what a great matchup we have tonight. Coach, appreciate the time and the insight.
Thanks a lot. Go Cats.
All right, we'll take a break. When we come back, we will have your starting lineups and tip-off between Montana State and Montana from Missoula. For head coach Matt Logie, I'm Keaton Gillogly. This is Bobcat Basketball, presented by Learfield.
Hello, tomorrow. We may not know exactly what you've got in store for us, for our routines and our normals. But here's the thing. Turns out, we've got this. We haven't seen everything, but we have seen ourselves be more ready for whatever you bring than we thought we would be. So when it comes to tomorrow, bring on the day. First Interstate, built for you. Member FDIC, Equal Housing Lender. Visit us at firstinterstate.com.
Quitting smoking, vaping, or chew isn't easy because nicotine is extremely addictive. Plus, everyone's different. What worked for me may not work for you. That's where Quit Now Montana comes in. And it's free. You get a quit coach and a custom quit plan tailored to you, including free nicotine replacement therapy, patches, gum, or lozenges. Bottom line, Quit Now Montana works. Time to make it work for you. Call 1-800-QUIT-NOW or go to quitnowmontana.com to get started today. Montana Department of Public Health and Human Services.
No matter how far you may go, there's always one just down the road. Town Pump, who pump it up, pump it up.
Town of Pump is excited to once again sponsor the Brawl of the Wild Rivalry Series between Montana State and the University of Montana. Look for special Brawl of the Wild promotions throughout the year at your local Town Pump.
Town Pump, right down the road, pump it up, oh yeah.
Who's ready to experience Montana's high alpine like never before? This winter, Big Sky Resort unveils Kirkcliff, a stunning 2-story glass observatory at the summit of Lone Peak, surrounded by unobstructed views spanning 3 states, 2 national parks, and countless mountain ranges. The most thrilling part of the experience, standing at 11,166 feet on a transparent glass floor. Plan your visit to Big Sky and experience Kirkcliff, redefining what it means to experience Montana's high country.
Visiting West Yellowstone during the winter is a rare treat. The snow-covered landscape, frozen waterfalls, and frosted trees create a surreal winterscape. You'll enjoy our renowned hospitality, authentic Montana cuisine, and unmatched recreational opportunities. We encourage our guests to recreate responsibly and plan ahead to ensure a memorable trip. Plan your experience at DestinationYellowstone.com or YellowstoneDestination.com.
The Northern Pulse Growers Association encourages industry professionals and growers of dry peas, chickpeas, lentils, and fava beans to become members in 2024. Members gain access to cutting-edge research, expert training, market insights, and connect with a Pulse-passionate community. Visit northernpulse.com to join the Northern Pulse Growers Association. Together, we're sowing the seeds of success.
Echoing
to the cup, one-hand slam
from the brick.
And the brick is back to life.
And all throughout the great state of Montana.
Put it on the highlight reel.
It's time for Bobcat.
There's the juice.
Basketball.
Floats it up and in, and he beats the buzzer. To the cup, the racket tag. Deep three, bang. Oh, baby. He backpedals, shaking his head, saying, you can't cover me. Rises and rattles the rim. Rattles the rim. A 2-hand slam.
The best is yet to come.
Bobcat Basketball is brought to you by Town Pump Food Stores, proud sponsor of the Brawl of the Wild Series, and by First Interstate Bank, built for you. Tip-off is just moments away from the First Interstate Bank broadcast booth. Here's the voice of the Bobcats, Keaton Gillogly.
Big-time matchup coming up tonight. It's Montana State and Montana as we get ready to go for the second meeting of the year between these two arch rivals here in Missoula today. All right, before we get you the starting lineups, as Monty the Bear just rappelled down from the catwalk, let's pause 10 seconds for our network station identification. This is Montana State basketball. My name is Keaton Gillogly. To my right is Brian Priebe, and Kelly Freeman is back in the studios as our producer tonight. All right, we're ready to go for Montana State and Montana today for the 312th meeting between these two bitter rivals. Let's get into our starting lineups, and we begin first with the visiting Montana State Bobcats coming in at 14-11 on the season. They are 8-4 in Big Sky play. No changes to the starting lineup because, frankly, there's nobody else to be putting in right now with the injuries. Jed Miller is the starring point guard, along with Jeremiah Davis and Pat McMahon in the backcourt. And at the 4 and 5 is Christian King and Chris Hodges. So that's the starting five for Montana State. On the other side, the Grizzlies come in with an identical 14-11 record, 8-4 in Big Sky play under 12th-year head coach Travis DeCure. His starting lineup is Money Williams in at the point guard spot. Grant Kepley is the new addition. He moved into the starting lineup the game after Montana lost in Bozeman. Tyler Thompson is out in the backcourt as well. And in the front court, it's Kenyon Aquino and Tajon Sawyer, the sixth-year big man for the Grizzlies. So here we go, Brian. Not a ton of surprises out of the starting lineups, especially for Montana State as we get ready to go. But all in all, we've got two remarkably even teams ready to battle tonight.
Yeah, they really are. And this really will come down, as we said pregame, it's going to come down to taking care of the ball, which team does that better, and which team is able to connect from three. I think both teams defensively guard the three-point line really well. They're both going to have to press out because the team that makes threes is going to be the differentiator tonight. It's going to be a fun one.
Yeah, boy, that first game was just such an incredible basketball game, even before you get to the victory and the scene and the crowd. And today continuing to file in to Dahlberg Arena as we get ready to go for our tip-off coming up in just a few moments. So, all right, here we go. This one's going to be fun again tonight.
Yeah, you look back to the game in Bozeman, too, and the Grizz came out and established themselves. They, at one point, were up by 9 points. The next 15 minutes, the Bobcats won by 22 points, and the Grizz actually finished strong, ended up winning the end by a handful of points as well. But Montana State got out of there with the 9-point victory because of the middle third of the game that they absolutely dominated. They forced a truckload of turnovers. They made a series of three-point field goals that really took them from down 9 to up 15 in what felt like a blink of an eye. So this game is going to be, I would imagine, a game of ebb and flow and runs both ways.
Well, and of course, when you've got two coaches who have known each other since childhood, well, they don't certainly know each other's style, and we will see a grand cat-mouse game between these two tremendous head coaches. All right, Montana is wearing the maroons today. It was a maroon out for this ball game, which, of course, matches the seats as well. All the Bobcats are in the white uniforms today with the navy blue print. We've got Chris Hodges and Tajon Sawyer at center court as we get ready to go for this tip-off. They get the okay to the officials. The smoke machine shot off from the DJ to our left. Both dance teams are here. They're hopped up and everywhere and ready to go. They've got the student section filled up, and we are ready to rock. The ball tossed in the air. The next chapter of this great rivalry begins with the Grizzlies winning the opening tip. And here we go as Montana moves from right to left to set it up. Grant Kepley has the basketball. He throws up to the top of the key, catch and shoot three. That's no good from Tyler Thompson. And Christian King clears the first rebound. Bobcats into the front court. Pat McMahon backing in down to the right baseline. He posts up on the right block, works his way into the paint, turns, jumper, got it. Pat McMahon pours it in. He was here for the last win back in 23 in Missoula.
Yeah, tremendous first possession, and you see the Bobcats' aggression right from the get.
Tajon Sawyer raining in a three from the top of the key, the 22nd of his year. He will knock it down at 38% from downtown. Cats down one with the ball, 19 minutes and 10 seconds to go, first half. Just settling in the first 60 seconds of this one. McMahon posting up again. Picks up the dribble and throws out to King. Back to Jed Miller. Out to Hodges on the perimeter with 10 to shoot. Handoff for King over to the left wing. 8. King with the dribble. 6. Over to the right wing. McMahon rises and fires. Connects. Pat McMahon with the Wendy's 3 ball. He's got the first 5 points for Montana State, playing with a lot of confidence.
Yeah, you think the senior's dialed in?
Yeah.
He knows what it takes to win on the road in big games, and right now you see him leading the way, charging his team to be aggressive on the offensive end.
Cats looking for their first win in this building since 2023. Ball moving around the perimeter right now for Montana. Looking for a way to penetrate into the Bobcat defense. Toss out to the right wing. Kepley tries a 3-ball. That's no good, and Jed Miller clears the rebound for Montana State. MSU on the move from left to right. Miller gives it to Hodges. Trying to get it to Miller. They're trying to deny Miller the ball. Hodges still has the dribble. Gets it out to McMahon out of the right wing, who looks like he's playing with fresh legs. Lob into the post. Hodges makes the catch, and then it got poked away from behind by Tyler Thompson. Montana into the front court. Thompson slows it down, and the ball moves around the perimeter for the Grizzlies. Money Williams has barely touched the ball in these first 2 or 3 possessions. Here's Kepley on the drive, gets in deep. Jump pass, kicks it out, tip free by Jeremiah Davis, loose on the floor, and Hodges wins the race. MSU into the front court. Christian King takes it out to the right wing as the Bobcats force the turnover. And now they'll set it up. Miller with the dribble. Moves left to the top of the key, takes it over to the left wing, goes back to the top for Hodges, puts it on the floor, into the lane, he goes to the rack, turns, pivoting, jump shot, good. And Hodges wins the first battle in this war of big men between Hodges and Sawyer.
Yeah, and I love the aggressive nature right there. McMahon sets a tone, Hodges follows it up, Montana State clearly on attack.
Kepley throws to Sawyer, catch and shoot 3, that's good. All right, for the first 2 field goals for Montana is their center, Tajon Sawyer, from the three-point line.
Yeah, and Montana in Bozeman was able to penetrate off the bounce. Tonight, it's all threes. They're 2 for 5 from behind the arc with no 2-point field goal attempts yet.
MSU setting it up. Here's Pat McMahon with a handle, steps up to the top of the key. That 2-ball is no good off the inside of the iron, and Montana has the rebound. Kepley down the right sideline, slowing it down over on the right wing. Slings up to Sawyer at the top. Over to Money Williams on the left wing. One of his first early touches. Williams gets the free throw line. Had it poked away by King. And that ball's going the other way as the Bobcat defense continues to step up. Town Pump, the exclusive sponsor of the exciting Brawl of the Wild, invites you to visit a Town Pump on your way home for gas and snacks. Safe travels from Town Pump.
And there's a turnover by Montana. When you force Money Williams to the right, he can still score, but he's a 30% scorer going right. If you let him go left, he's an 80% scorer. You got to keep him on that right hand.
Jeremiah Davis out on the right wing for MSU. The Bobcats up 7-6, 16.5 to play in the first half as the pass is tipped out of bounds by an athletic reaching arm of Tyler Thompson over on the left wing.
Thompson's been really active on the defensive end. He's got a steal and a deflection.
All right, as physical a start as we expected. Nice to see the Bobcats coming out as one of the aggressors right now.
And Montana goes pretty small early here. 4-guard lineup with Tajon Sawyer at the 5 spot. So they're playing small ball. This is an opportunity for Christian King to try and take advantage with his size. Same with Pat McMahon.
And McMahon's got it now. Swarm, turns, hooks, missed it. And the long rebound grab by Montana as the Bobcats had really not a very clean possession that time. Williams hands it off to Kepley at the top of the key. Kepley trying to find room against Davis, and Davis builds a wall. Throws over to the left wing now for Brooklyn Hicks. The UNLV transfer down to the mid-post. Goes out to Sawyer. Extra pass to the left corner. Kepley against Davis, working that left baseline. Crosses over down to the left block. Gets in deep. Jump pass out to Thompson. Quick closeout. They deter the 3. 3 seconds to shoot. Thompson on the drive, 2. Going to the rack with the left hand. Lays it home. Tyler Thompson at the end of the shot clock able to finish with the left hand. MSU quickly back into the front court, down 1 with a stoppage coming. We're at 15:35 to go in the first half. Miller bounced the free throw line for Hodges. Pestered by Sawyer. Handoff for Miller. Steps to his right. Lob into the post. Hodges makes a contested catch, and the foul is called on Money Williams. They didn't give a spot for Chris Hodges to land. He was straight up, but you got to give the offensive player a spot to land as he makes that catch. And they draw the first foul on Money Williams. All right, a free-flowing start. Let's take a break from the First Interstate Bank broadcast position. 15:25 to go in the first half. Montana State trailing Montana 8-7. You're listening to Bobcat Basketball, presented by Learfield.
Who's ready to experience Montana's high alpine like never before? This winter, Big Sky Resort unveils Kirkcliff, a stunning 2-story glass observatory at the summit of Lone Peak, surrounded by unobstructed views spanning 3 states, 2 national parks, and countless mountain ranges. The most thrilling part of the experience, standing at 11,166 feet on a transparent glass floor. Plan your visit to Big Sky and experience Kirkcliff, redefining what it means to experience Montana's high country.
Hello, tomorrow. We may not know exactly what you've got in store for us, for our routines and our normals. But here's the thing. Turns out, we've got this. We haven't seen everything, but we have seen ourselves be more ready for whatever you bring than we thought we would be. So when it comes to tomorrow, bring on the day. First Interstate, built for you. Member FDIC, Equal Housing Lender. Visit us at firstinterstate.com.
The power of we believes in you. It advocates for you. It completes your circle. It makes sure you have the strongest circle possible. And with Intermountain Health in yours, you'll always have the care you need to live the healthiest life possible. That's the power of we. Intermountain Health.
Keaton Gillogly with Brian Priebe at the First Interstate Bank broadcast position. 15 minutes, 25 seconds to go in the first half. Grizzlies leading by 1. Montana's up 8-7 over Montana State. And right now they are introducing and saying hello to Bobby Kennedy, the new head coach for Montana football, promoted from wide receiver coach. And so he is getting a big round of applause right now as they continue to drum up their excitement for football. Intermountain Health, formerly known as SCL Health in Big Sky Country, is proud to be an official health partner of Montana State Athletics. All right, Brian, what are you seeing through the first 4.5 minutes?
I'd like to see that the Cats have been aggressive. Offensively, they are outscoring the Grizz in the paint 4-2. They've done a good job defending the three, even though Tajon Sawyer hit a couple three balls. They've been there. They gave up the one layup to Thompson simply because they closed out so hard. But the game plan's being executed. They're aggressive. They're taking away the three, forcing turnovers. All that is going to lead to good things for Montana State.
Bobcats inbound the basketball. Pat McMahon takes it on the right baseline as the Cats work on the offensive side. A quick foul. Reach around there by Tyler Thompson trying to knock it free. And Thompson has his first foul. So only 2 fouls called so far in the first 4.5 minutes.
Yeah, both on Montana right there. Thompson does a little bit of what a freshman does, try to sneak a back tap. Not going to happen in the half court. Official sees it too easily.
McMahon back into the right post. They run the same play. Kick out to King. Back to the repost for McMahon on the right side. Back it in against Thompson. Spinning on the right foot. Bounce pass underneath to Miller. Makes the catch. Turns around with a jumper. That's no good. Rebound tipped in the air by Hodges. And it's corralled by Montana as the Grizzlies move from right to left. Grizzlies into the front court. Just under 15 minutes to play in the first half. Money Williams against Jed Miller in the right corner. Double team help. Kick out around to the left corner. Thompson lets a three go. Got it. (11-7) Grizzlies. 14:40 to go first half. Miller picks up the dribble on the right wing. And we got a whistle and a travel. So Jed Miller, a little indecision. So with 3 and a turnover, and the Grizzlies trying to grab the first momentum of the game.
Yeah, and the Grizzly, the three ball right now is the defining thing of this Grizzlies offense. 9 of the 11 points have come from behind the arc. Bobcats are going to have to tighten that up.
They are number 3 in the conference in three-point shooting during Big Sky play. The Bobcats are number 1. Money Williams down to the right baseline, passes out of a double team. Around to the left wing. Thompson tries it again from deep. That one no good. Pat McMahon rips down the rebound where he's been so good on the glass as of late. Jed Miller turns to the top of the key, picks up the dribble, wants to get rid of it, and does to Pat McMahon, who's contested by Tyler Thompson, the second-year freshman, who's been really trying to drape Pat McMahon. To King, left wing three. No good off the inside of the iron. Race for the rebound, and Tajon Sawyer comes away with it. He leads the break, but slows it down as he was 1 on 3. Now he gives it to Money Williams, slowing it down on the right sideline. Moves right around the screen, picks up Hodges, works his way down to the post. They switch off. King picks him up defensively. Throw up to top for Sawyer. Hand off for Williams. Crossing over on King. Dials up an NBA 3. Good. Money Williams hits the bottom of the net. His first shot of the night comes from a couple feet from beyond the arc. 14-7. Grizzlies a 7-point lead with 13.5 to play first half.
Yeah, and I think the Bobcats are probably one more possession away from a timeout to settle things down. Right now, Montana clearly with the momentum.
Here's Pat McMahon trying to quell that momentum. He backs in, posts up, tip free, and another foul. Tyler Thompson picks up his second. It was the exact same play as he reached around to try to knock it free of Pat McMahon, so Thompson has 2.
Yeah, and the exact same official was on the baseline and called the exact same call. You just, as a freshman, you're trying to make a play, and he's excited and everything else, but now you're going to sit on the bench for the rest of the half. It's not smart.
Amsterdam Meat Shop, proud supporter of Bobcat Athletics in the Gallatin Valley. Montana, a hot start offensively, 5 of 8. They're currently on an 11-0 run, and we've seen this time and again here for Montana State with some scoring droughts, and, well, that's frankly going to happen when Davian Brown and Kevin Holden, who would have been 2 of your better scorers, are out for the year. Jed Miller to inbound for the baseline. Lob out to Jaden Stepp, who comes into the game. Handoff for Miller. Right wing three is good. Jed Miller reins it in from the right wing for his first Wendy's 3 ball. He had been shooting just 27% from downtown in the last 3 games, but he knocks down an early one tonight.
And that breaks an 11-0 run by Montana. Cuts this back to a 4-point game.
And Jed Miller goes up and tumbling as he bit on the shot fake of Grant Kepley. So Miller got up in the air, picks up the foul, got flipped over Kepley, and then landed on his hands and a gentle graze the hardwood with his head. That one didn't feel great.
No, it's just a play that Jed wants back there. You can't buy the shot fake. You're not a shot blocker when you're talking about the guy you're guarding, maybe from the weak side, but cannot buy that fake. That's the second time the Bobcats have left their feet, led to Grizzly points.
Grant Kepley knocks down the first free throw. And fouls, as you mentioned in the pregame show, Brian, are killer. This is a Montana team that's knocking it down at 82% from the free throw line, number 1 in Big Sky play.
Yeah, in top 20 nationally. They're one of the best free throw shooting teams out there.
And Grant Kepley keeps it going that way. He knocks down both free throws. Bobcats down 6. 16-6, Grizzlies leading, just under 13 minutes to go in the first half. So the Grizzlies have landed a couple of haymakers here, but it's only a 2-possession game. Out to the right wing for Miller. Shows off the handles, rises and fires, misses the 3 ball early in the shot clock. Money Williams clears the rebound. He's on the move from right to left. Seth Allmanrud's into the game now. Money Williams, quick trigger 3, and it's good. Hot shooting early for Montana. Money Williams, a pair of 3 balls, Cats down 9. Out to the right wing to Keene, then into Jaden Stepp, 1-on-1, backing in, backing down, into the post, spins left shoulder, goes up, banks it home through contact. That is a move that Jaden Stepp was not making earlier in the year, but he converts there.
Yeah, and if he made it, he wasn't finishing, and right there does a great job.
Kepley mid-range J is good from the right elbow, and everything is falling. The hoop looking like an ocean to the Grizzlies, who start 7 of 10. MSU with the ball down by 9. Jed Miller to the top, bounce pass to the slipping Stepp, hands off to Keene, goes up, kicks it out to the left corner. King dials up a left corner 3, ring it up. Christian King knocks it down for the Wendy's 3 ball, much needed for Christian King, who's only knocked down 2 of those in the last 3 games.
Yeah, back now they've got 2 threes and a couple of possessions, stem the tide. The defense has to tighten up, especially around the arc.
5 threes for Montana, 3 for Montana State. Miller and Money Williams getting tangled up. Long pass to the left wing. Hicks catch and shoot 3. That's good. 6 of 9 from downtown for the Grizzlies. Brooklyn Hicks with the 3 ball.
Yeah, and the Cats are not going to win this game if they do not find an answer behind the arc, either end.
Jaden Stepp lets it fly from deep. Got it. And Jaden Stepp with a quick 5 points off the bench. The Cats are hitting their 3s at least. They're 4 of 6, while Montana's 6 of 9.
Yeah, but they got to guard the 3 right now.
Here's Money Williams, step back at the free throw line. That jumper's no good. Jed Miller clears the rebound, and Coach Logie waving him through. Cats into the front court. Miller nearly lost the handle, picks up the basketball, looking for an outlet and finds King. 10:45 to go first half. MSU down 24-18. Stepp picks up the dribble, hands it off for Miller off a screen. Back down to Stepp down to the right block. He's in deep. Posting up now on the left block. Pump fake. Fall away. Jay. Oh, he got it. Little Dirk Nowitzki falling away with the fading Jay on the left baseline. And Jaden Stepp has come out to play in the Brawl of the Wild. Boy, what a scene. Let's take a break. 10:34 to go in this first half as the Grizzlies use a timeout. Montana is leading Montana State 24-20. Back to the First Interstate Bank broadcast position after this. You're listening to Bobcat Basketball presented by Learfield.
It was a nice spring day, so I decided to do a little work around the house. I didn't think anything of it. I've dug 1,000 holes 1,000 times until I hit a shallow gas line. The repair cost me over $5,000, and in one fell swoop, the family vacation was kaput. I know I'm not the only one, but it still hurts. Next time I'm calling 811 before I dig.
Learn from Jerry and hundreds of others. Call 811 before you dig.
Brought to you by Montana811.org.
Whether it's game day or work day, Montanans count on strength, precision, and reliability. At DoorTech, we bring the same championship mindset to every garage door we install, service, and repair. Rooted in 6 generations of Montana grit and committed to excellence, we're proud to serve the Gallatin Valley and proud to cheer on the Bobcats. DoorTech, rooted in family, committed to excellence, focused on you. Come see us at our new location in Belgrade, 195 High K Street, or visit DoorTechMT.com.
From our 1946 roots providing lumber for Yellowstone National Park to our current headquarters in Bozeman, we at Simpkins Lumber believe in building the Gallatin Valley's future while continuing to honor its past. Contractors large and small benefit from our decades of experience and our extensive network of suppliers. We can source the materials you need no matter the project. For all your building needs, go to where long-standing traditions have met with quality building products for over 75 years. Simpkins Lumber, a Montana tradition among builders since 1946.
Which schools will win the Learfield Directors Cup for the top college athletic programs for the upcoming year? Check out how your favorite school is doing at L Directors Cup on the X platform or online at thedirectorscup.com. Winners announced in June 2026. The Learfield Directors Cup, powered by NACDA, the crowning achievement in college athletics. We're at the First Interstate Bank broadcast position. 10:34 to go in the first half. Grizzlies leading 24-20 over Montana State. It is a Montana timeout we're coming out of. And, Brian, what are you seeing right now?
Yeah, I just think Montana State's defense has let them down here a little bit. But their offense has kept it close. And that's the thing. It got a little nerve-wracking there when it got to 7 or 9 point as the margin. But Montana State bangs a couple threes. Jaden Stepp comes in, gives 7 unbelievably huge points off of the bench. He's on a 7-0 run on his own, and Montana State has weathered a bit of a storm. Now the question becomes, as you move forward, the Grizz are not a good team at taking care of the ball. They've taken care of it thus far. I know eventually that's going to even itself out, so you're going to get some extra possessions. Can you take away the 3 to really make that work?
Montana has the basketball coming out of their timeout. Grizzlies into the front court to our left. Kepley picks up the dribble on the right wing, throws the top for Money Williams. Got tipped momentarily by Howie Keene. Now Williams on the drive, throws back up to Sawyer. He tries a 3. That's good. Tajon Sawyer has knocked down 3 threes in the first half in less than 10 minutes.
Yeah, and he's a guy that can shoot it. And right now they're using him more as a face forward than a 5-man and trying to open up the lane.
Here's Christian King. That baseline fadeaway jumper is no good, and Montana clears the rebound, leading by 7 with just under 10 minutes to play in the first half. Money Williams goes up to Sawyer. He lets it go again from deep. No good, and they finally get the heat check as he misses one from deep. King goes to Stepp. He's had a hot hand in the early going tonight. Hands off for Jed Miller. Picks up the dribble, throws back to Keene, steps to his left, fires into the post. Stepp makes the catch, had it stripped out of bounds, and it's staying with Montana State with plenty of time on the shot clock. Jeremiah Davis and Pat McMahon return into the game. Christian King and Howie Keene will take a seat.
I like the extra pass there by Howie. Didn't feel like he had a good look. Money Williams ran at him, knocked him off his spot. Unfortunately, unable to convert on the inside-outside pass.
Montana State inbounds on their own offensive side. 11 seconds to shoot. Give it back to Jed Miller out of the left wing. Goes to Stepp. He's open. Topside 3. Missed it right. High rebound. Grabbed by 2 hands from Tajon Sawyer. 9 1/4 to go in the first half. Grizzlies with the ball. They lead by 7. Money Williams to the right elbow against Jaden Stepp. Tries to step through. Got blocked. Recovers his loose ball. It goes out of bounds, and it is staying with Montana. A nice block there by Jaden Stepp, who's looking like a guy with renewed confidence.
Yeah, and a quick adjustment there on the ball screen involving Tajon Sawyer. They still switched it, but they didn't drag with Money Williams. The guard stayed back to take away the kick back out to Sawyer.
27-20, Grizzlies lead. 9:09 to go in the first half. Student section's pretty decently filled up. They've got some fans without their shirts painting Grizz and FTC across their chests. Inbounds pass, catch is made, layup, no good from Brooklyn Hicks, and the Bobcats get the stop, down 7 with the ball. 9 minutes to go first half. Pat McMahon to the top, to the free throw line, down to the right block, puts up the shot. That's no good. He got moved off his spot, looked like it should have been a foul. No call. Montana has the loose ball. Kepley from the right wing, throws over to Money Williams on the left wing. He rises and fires, misses that way downtown 3 ball. The Bobcats have the rebound.
Yeah, it's not a good shot for anybody.
Kick into the corner. Ooh, McMahon dials up a three. Yes! He second-guessed it, but the second guess was right. And Pat McMahon knocking it down from deep.
Crazy game. Did not expect 12 made threes, 11 minutes in combined.
Into the post. Catch is made by Owino, and he lays it in. He got position in the post against the smaller Jet Miller, and they're able to convert.
And Miller with the foul already has to let that go. Can't get a second.
MSU with the ball down 6. 8:05 to go first half. There's an 11-0 run that separated these two teams. Step, pump fake, lays it in. Boy, so in control. This is shaping up to be the Jaden Step half. He's got 9.
Yeah, he might get double figures here, and that is not what was on the Grizz scouting report, I promise you.
Bounce down to the post for Owino. Skip out to the left wing, extra pass left corner. Hicks, his 3. In and out. And the Bobcats bobble the rebound, and it goes out of bounds. MSU wastes a possession. Let's step aside for the First Interstate Bank broadcast position. Toyota is a proud partner of Bobcat men's basketball. Visit Toyota.com or your local Toyota dealer today. Toyota, let's go places. We're taking a break with 7:39 to go in the first half. Grizzlies leading the Bobcats 29-25. You're listening to Bobcat Basketball, presented by Learfield.
The fact that we've been in Montana for over 80 years shows our value and that we are here to stay. I'm Lisa Kelly, president of Blue Cross and Blue Shield of Montana. We strive to be there for our members through all of life's journeys, from having a baby to starting a business to even in later ages when looking for Medicare options. We're there at every moment to support our members in sickness and in health. We're there no matter what. It's beautiful.
Blue Cross and Blue Shield of Montana, a division of Healthcare Service Corporation, a mutual legal reserve company.
Looking for the perfect place to fuel up before the game or celebrate a Bobcat win? Come on down to Rib and Chop House. We have locations in Bozeman, Billings, Butte, Great Falls, and Livingston, where premium steaks, fresh seafood, and award-winning baby back ribs meet unmatched hospitality. Join us on Tuesday nights at 6:30 in Bozeman for great food and fanfare with the Cat Chat Coaches Show. Whether you're cheering from the stands or watching with friends, do it with flavor. Rib and Chop House, proud partner of Montana State. Go Cats!
Kohl's gets it. Valentine's Day comes with expectations. Grand expectations, telepathic expectations, and heart-shaped everything expectations. Yes, even waffles. Kohl's has gifts that rise to the occasion. From romantic to playful, sparkly to sweet, or all of the above. Plus, get 15% off some of your finds. So go ahead, exceed those Valentine's Day expectations with Kohl's. Select styles. Offer ends February 16th. Some exclusions apply. See store Kohls.com for details.
We're at the First Interstate Bank broadcast position with Montana State trailing at Montana 29-25, 7:39 to go in the first half. Roses are red, you look bad in blue, become a Grizz fan, and leave MSU. That is the Valentine Monty is holding up right now and running around with out on the floor. 7:39 to go first half. Grizz up 29-25 over Montana State as the Bobcats look for their fifth season sweep this century against Grizzly basketball. All right, Brian, what are we seeing so far?
It's just a game right now of who can make more threes. Combined, the teams have got 12 made threes. Neither team's turning it over, but you don't really need to turn it over when all you're doing is making shots. I think Montana State probably has weathered a storm that I think a lot of years would have found them down double digits here with about 7.5 minutes to go in a half. So they've made the offensive shots to counterbalance the Grizz hot start. Now the defense has got to settle in. It's got to start to produce turnovers because that's only going to enhance the offensive effort.
Seth Almenrud back into the game. You know, he told me that he couldn't remember a single Cat Grizz game he went to growing up, despite the fact that he was in Bozeman and went to Manhattan Christian. So his first ever Cat Grizz game live was the one he played in last time out, and he's back in there today playing here at Dahlberg.
Well, and I know he hadn't been to Dahlberg because I talked to his dad pregame, and he said he'd never been in this building. So he was excited for the opportunity to be part of Cat Grizz here in Missoula.
So much excitement. This is one of those rivalries that just make everything so worth it. And it's even more worth it when you come out on top, as the Bobcats did earlier in January. Currently trailing by 4. Grizzlies with the ball midway through the first half. Bounce down to the post for Owino. Throw out to the top of the key. Around to Money Williams. Works his way in from the right wing. Puts up a runner off the glass. That's no good. Pat McMahon got up and snatched that rebound with 2 hands.
And the Bobcats are going to buy Jed Miller a little bit of time here as he sits down coming out of the timeout.
Yeah, I don't know that he's going to be able to log those 40-minute games like he was last week. He played 40 minutes on 2 out of 3 games. Here's Jeremiah Davis up. That's no good. Tajon Sawyer with the contest, and Montana has the rebound. That was a nice contest by Sawyer, staying straight up. Grizzlies setting up the offense. Kepley lob into the post. Sawyer makes the catch and lays it home easy. So after Sawyer nailed 3 threes out on the perimeter, gets his first 2-point field goal, the 6th-year center.
Yeah, and he's a guy that's a leader for this team. He and Money Williams combined right now are pushing 20 points. The Bobcats need to hone that in.
Cats down 6 with the ball. Handoff for King. Works his way to the free throw line. Takes the bump. Picks up the dribble. Gives it to McMahon. Drives from the left wing with a lefty dribble. Pulls up from 17 out. Rattles out. No good on the jumper. And Montana has the rebound. And this feels like a pivotal possession now. 6 1/4 to play in the first half. Around to the right wing. Hicks into the lane. Kick out left wing Kepley. Around to Sawyer right wing. Back into the post to Owino. Throws into the left corner. Hicks bobbled it. Knocked out of bounds. And it's going to the Bobcats. Jaden Stepp with the pressure on the ball.
Yeah, great job by Jaden to get a hand in there. Force that third turnover by Montana. And that's what we said. The Cats have got to continue to put the ball pressure on. Montana is apt to turn it over. They want to turn it over. They've been pretty good so far, but I don't think they can do it for 40.
Jaden Stepp passes at the top as the Bobcats trail by 6 with the ball. 6 minutes to play first half. King, topside 3 is good. Christian King with his second Wendy's 3-ball, matching his 3-point field goal makes from the last 3 games combined. Boy, was he due.
Back to a one-possession game. The Cats continue to battle.
And now Jaden Stepp with a block on the closeout of the Sawyer 3-ball attempt. MSU into the front court. Almenrud with the dribble. Hands off for McMahon. He backs it out at the top. Throws to the left wing for Almenrud. Working on the perimeter with the dribble. Now into the mid-post left side. Finds Stepp on the left wing. Hand off for King. Shovels inside for Stepp. Goes up. Banks it. Good. Jaden Stepp took the contact, didn't worry about it, and he's got 11 in the first half. MSU down by 1.
Bobcat offense here, very patient, make the extra pass, Stepp with the shot fake and finish. Good possession.
Owino out on the left wing, goes up the top. Here's Hicks on the drive, and a foul as Christian King reached in. King and Stepp were in the position there. And it is Christian King who picks up his first foul.
It looks like that'll be on the pass, so it'll be out of bounds underneath for Montana. Cats have cut this to a 1-point game. The lead had gotten as big as 11. 9 in the first half.
Yep, 24-15 was the largest lead for Montana.
11-0 run when they were down 2.
Montana inbound from the baseline, lobs it out, and they turn it over. Looking for room over on that far sideline. And the Bobcats force the turnover. And now they've got a chance to take the lead.
Did they force it, or was it a gift? That one felt like a gift. 2 Grizzlies in the area, neither come up with it, and they deflect it out of bounds.
Bobcat basketball is brought to you by Kettle Ford of Bozeman, a proud sponsor of Montana State Athletics. From your seat at the game to your driver's seat, enjoy every minute when you're ready for something new. Get started at KettleFordBozeman.com. Kendall, let's start something great. MSU with the ball down 1. 4:45 to go in the first half. Into Hodges. Kick out to the top for King. Curls into the lane. Hop stop. Hooks it up. That's good. Oh, what a slithery move by Christian King at 6'8". Wow.
Cats on a 7-0 run right now as the defense has dialed some things in.
Owino to the rack with the runner, and it's good. Found just a little bit of seam, and the true freshman out of Albuquerque, Kenyon Owino, pours it in. Short-lived lead. 33-32 Grizzlies. 4:10 to go first half. And a foul. Easy call. Kepley kicked his leg out to restrict Jed Miller moving along the perimeter. First foul on Kepley. Only 2 team fouls on Montana State. And so far, what is that? 4 on Montana.
Yeah, 6 fouls in 16 minutes of action. And it has been a physical game. Great job by this crew.
McMahon to the right elbow, now posting up against the freshman Owino. Kicks it out to Davis. He's open. Rises and fires. Connects. Confident 3 from Jeremiah Davis, who turns to the courtside seats and lets a couple of fans know who are now laughing about it.
Yeah, boy, and I'll tell you what, the coaching staff's message about being aggressive offensively has been heard, and this team is getting after it.
Cats back in front after that Wendy's 3-ball by Jeremiah Davis, 35-33. Money Williams runs into a double team, puts up the floater. That's no good, and a foul. Hodges wasn't ready to box somebody out, and that led to the foul, his first. All right, let's step aside with the Bobcats leading by 2 from the First Interstate Bank broadcast position. 3:33 to go in the first half. Montana State leading Montana 35-33. You're listening to Bobcat Basketball, presented by Learfield.
The Bobcats are proud to present these preferred local partners as members of Bobcat Belt, Bryant Heating and Cooling Systems, Bryant, whatever it takes, Carrier Heating and Air Conditioning, Carrier, turn to the experts, Ace Roofing, building Montana strong, one roof at a time, Rivers Landscaping, crafting superior outdoor spaces, and NW Construction, proud to call Bozeman home. Montana State Athletics encourages our fans to choose these local businesses. They are proud local sponsors and demonstrate what it means to be a Bobcat. We are Bobcat Built.
At Northwestern Energy, we're committed to helping all of our service areas thrive.
Because these communities are more than just spots on a map, they're our homes too.
From hosting charity events and funding local scholarships
to leading economic development projects, we'll continue to donate our time and resources
to help deliver a bright future for everyone.
For more information, visit northwesternenergy.com/inyourcommunity.
From our 1946 roots providing lumber for Yellowstone National Park to our current headquarters in Bozeman, we at Simpkins Lumber believe in building the Gallatin Valley's future while continuing to honor its past. Contractors large and small benefit from our decades of experience and our extensive network of suppliers. We can source the materials you need no matter the project. For all your building needs, go to where long-standing traditions have met with quality building products for over 75 years. Simpkins Lumber, a Montana tradition among builders since 1946.
See every play, every big win, every Cats moment with the clarity you deserve. Advanced Thompson Vision, our team specializes in LASIK and cataract surgery to help restore and improve your vision. Because when it comes to cheering for the Bobcats, you don't want to miss a thing. Advanced Thompson Vision is proud to be the official LASIK provider of Montana State Bobcat Athletics. Learn more and book your consultation today at AdvancedThompsonVision.com. We're at the First Interstate Bank broadcast position. 3 minutes, 33 seconds to go in the first half. Montana State leads Montana 35-33. Brian, what are you seeing?
Yeah, when you look at the last few minutes, the Grizz have cooled off from 3. They're 1 for 5 with 2 turnovers. Montana State 3 for 4 from 3, 0 turnovers. And you've gone from a worse deficit of 9 to now your biggest lead of 2.
Bobcats trying to get this thing done, getting some of that balanced scoring tonight. Pat McMahon with 8, Christian King with 8, and Jaden Stepp with 11 points. Jaden Stepp of a split Cat Grizz family. His father went to Montana State. His mother went to Montana. And Jaden Stepp did tell us on Cat Chat this week that he has gotten his mom into some Bobcat blue and gold.
Wow, that's big time. That's a big step. No pun intended.
Grizzlies inbound the basketball coming out of the under 4 media timeout. Moved around to the right wing for Kepley. Works his way down to the right baseline. Runs into a double team. Throws to Aquino. And he floats it home for the Big Sky logo. 6 points for Kenyon Owino, the true freshman who was a 3-time Gatorade Player of the Year in New Mexico.
Yeah, and Montana State's had a little bit of trouble with their pick and rotation.
This game tied at 35. Jeremiah Davis gets the elbow and drills the jumper. Boy, great lift on that jump shot by Jeremiah Davis to give the Cats a 2-point lead.
2 of the top teams in the conference defensively are in an offensive slugfest.
Toss into the right corner. Catch is made. Then throw out to the right wing for Kepley. Yeah, 2 teams who look like they're coming off a Thursday off day.
Yeah, you see a lot of fresh legs, don't you?
Yeah. Kepley, bounce pass out to the left wing. Tyler Isaac, driving kick. Williams tries the 3-no. Now steps inside, and his jumper is good. Bobcats ran Money Williams off the line. They give up the 2 instead of the 3. This game tied at 37, 2.5 to play first half.
Worth it. Got to take him off the 3. That's where this crowd gets into it, and their team gets into it. Worth giving up an open deuce.
Pat McMahon out at the top. Throws to Miller on the left wing, turns around a screen, gets into the lane, pulls up at the free throw line. The jumper's no good off the back iron, and the rebound high-pointed by Montana and Amari Jedkins. Montana into the front court. Money Williams has it in a tie game down to the left baseline with 2 minutes to play in the first half. Toss out to the top of the key. Owino's three. That's no good. Christian King grabs the rebound for MSU.
Cats doing a nice job on the defensive glass when they're forcing misses.
Toss into the right corner. Here's Miller working the baseline. Pulls up. Misses the jumper but draws the foul. He had Money Williams on his back hip. Money Williams picks up the second foul. Wily move there by Jed Miller. You know, that point guard, when you feel the man right on your hip, if you just jump straight up, you're going to jump right into him. It's going to be a correctly called foul.
Yeah, and Jed Miller comes out. He's 1 for 4. He's missed his last 3 jump shots. So I love the fact that he's going to go to the free throw line here. Smart play by the veteran player. See a couple balls go through the net. Get your rhythm going.
Miller's first free throw is no good. Interwest Moving and Storage is the official moving company of the MSU Bobcats. Well, in those early jumpers Jed has taken, those have felt like, well, we just got to get a shot up. That hasn't been him necessarily hunting his shots.
No, they ran a set to get him a 3. That's where he got his made 3. Everything else has been kind of trying to create something later in the clock.
Miller's second free throw is good as he splits the pair. 4 points for Jed Miller. 1:45 to go in the first half. MSU has a 1-point lead, 38-37. We're setting up for another classic. Into Sawyer. Into the lane against Step, and a foul. Yep, Jed Miller reached in, just picked up his second. He knew it. So Miller's got 2.
Interesting decision for Matt Logie. 1:35 left in the half. He looks like he's going to pull Jed out. Can't risk him defensively with all the switching they do.
Boy, it has been a magical 60 minutes of basketball between these two teams this year.
Yeah, tremendous play, both sides.
Into Hicks at the free throw line as Montana works offensively. Pass down low, knocked free. Pat McMahon got up and swatted it away. Christian King made the catch on the loose ball.
3 Grizz turnovers here have given Montana State the chance to take the lead. They hold a 1-point margin.
Jaden Stepp throws to the right wing for King. Bounce into the post on the right side. Stepp turns around, jumper's no good. A little too open that time, and Montana has the rebound. Final minute of the first half. Kepley has a calm dribble at the top, goes left to the screen, over to Owino on the left wing, back to Kepley. Money Williams sitting on the bench with the 2 fouls right now. Kepley spins, falls, picks up the ball, throws to the left wing. Hicks gets into the lane, puts up the runner. That's no good, and the rebound tipped by Stepp to King. Bobcats grab the ball, down 1. About a 20-second differential between the shot and game clocks, and the Bobcats are going to use a timeout. Real milk is a nutrient-rich product. It contains 13 essential nutrients from vitamin A to zinc, all of which are important for a healthy immune system and overall wellness. That's 13 nutrients with seemingly endless benefits. Reach for milk and make every sip count. All right, 42 seconds to go in the half. Bobcats have the ball and a 1-point lead.
Yeah, tough here to get a 2 for 1. You're going to have to basically dribble up and shoot, or 2 quick passes and shoot if you want the 2 for 1. So I think Montana State goes to a patient offense, grinds it down, gets the best possible shot, and then tries to just play D and get a stop.
Bobcats led by Jaden Stepp, who's got 11 points tonight. Both teams shooting over 50%. And a combined 14 three-point field goal makes. One of the big questions is going to be which of these teams can keep these hot shooting numbers from 3 last as long as possible, because one of these 2 teams is going to cool off from 3 at some point.
Oh, there's no doubt about it. You feel like Montana might already be that team, making just one of their last 6 threes. The Bobcats have actually been getting warmer as this game has gone on.
Montana State is 7 of 10 from downtown on those Wendy's 3 balls. Cats inbound the basketball to Jed Miller, who's back in on the offensive side with the 2 fouls. And they are going to grind this clock down. So they're not going to go for that 2 for 1. 14 seconds on the shot clock, 32 seconds on the game clock. Jaden Stepp out on the left wing with 10 to shoot. Stepp puts it on the floor to his right, 8 to shoot. Handoff for Miller, 6. To the top of the key, 5. Crosses over to the elbow, 3. Puts up the runner, no good. Foul on Montana State going after the rebound. It's Jaden Stepp who picks up his first. Almenrud back in, Miller off, 19 seconds left in the half. Grizzlies with the ball, down 1, shot clock off.
I'll tell you, I like that foul by Stepp. He's going to the offensive glass hard, picks it up, but it allows Jed Miller to come out of the game. It's going to make your defense a lot stronger that Miller doesn't have to protect himself from the 3rd foul.
All right, can the Bobcats get a stop and have a halftime lead here? Man, what a big 19 seconds this is in the scope of this long season. Kepley has the calm dribble at the top as Coach DeCure steps out and shouts instructions. 8 seconds left in the half. Kepley to the top for Thompson. Back to Kepley, 5. Kepley on the right wing, 4. Up to the top, Thompson, 3. Drives inside, throws to Sawyer, rises, block! Oh, Jeremiah Davis! Are you kidding me? Whoa! Jeremiah Davis just got up and denied Tajon Sawyer to protect the 1-point halftime lead. Holy cow!
That's a highlight reel block.
Oh, my God.
You've not seen. He almost hit his head on the rim and just absolutely volleyball spiked the ball out of Tajon Sawyer's hands as he's going up to dunk it.
My goodness. One of the great defensive plays I have ever seen in 15 years covering Division I basketball. Let's take a break. Montana State leads at 38-37 over the Grizzlies at the half. Was the Davis block the difference tonight? We'll see. Back after this, you're listening to Bobcat Basketball presented by Learfield.
Debilitating joint pain can keep you from doing the things you love most. At Bozeman Health Spine and Joint Institute, we take a holistic approach to your orthopedic surgery, combining state-of-the-art orthopedic capabilities with whole health optimization. We'll work with you to identify and address any medical issues prior to your surgery. Our optimized health approach ensures your surgery is just the beginning of a new, pain-free life. Explore more at bozemanhealth.org/SJI.
Great houses start with a sound foundation. That foundation starts with a mortgage with Sarah Kelzer and team at Rate. She is Bozeman's trusted mortgage specialist with 20 years experience that knows the neighborhood. We have great rates and personalized home lending solutions, and our decisions are made quickly so you can move into your dream home sooner. Rate, the foundation of great homes throughout Montana. Call Sarah at 406-580-6604 or apply online. Equal housing lender subject to credit approval. NMLS number 400361.
No matter how far you may go, there's always one just down the road. Town Pump, who pump it up.
Town of Pump is excited to once again sponsor the Brawl of the Wild Rivalry Series between Montana State and the University of Montana. Look for special Brawl of the Wild promotions throughout the year at your local Town Pump.
Town Pump, right down the road. Pump it up. Oh, yeah.
Here's to home. Here's to Northwest Crossing, where kids can be kids, and adults can also be kids, and new neighbors feel like old friends. Welcome to Bozeman, Montana's newest master planned community. Life here comes with nearby top-rated Bozeman schools, on-site eateries and retail, office space, parks, trails, and so much more, including new homes from the 500s to 800s, exclusively built by Williams Homes. Learn more at nwxbzn.com. nwxbzn.com.
We are back at Dahlberg Arena. Montana State leading 38-37 against the Grizzlies at the half, thanks to one of the great defensive plays we have seen in years. At the end of that half, Montana looked like they were about to get a huge two-hand slam out of Tajon Sawyer. Would have given the Grizzlies a 1-point lead. This place would have absolutely erupted, and instead Jeremiah Davis got up, scraped the rim with his head, and swatted that ball out of Tajon Sawyer's hands. He had two full hands on that ball, and Jeremiah Davis got up and denied it to keep the Cats in the lead at half.
Yeah, and Tajon Sawyer is a big boy man with strong hands. But what was great, too, is after he made the block and the horn sounded, Jeremiah is going toward the baseline, just flexing toward the Grizzly football team, and they had no reaction to him because what do you say when a guy makes a play like that?
No, absolutely. And right now, Jeremiah Davis is getting heckled. Like, he's getting heckled over on that far sideline from some of the courtside seats. We saw him turn and bark at them after a three-point shot. So I think they might have lit the fuse. And I mean, look, Brad, you've coached a lot of guys. Some guys wilt when they get talked trash, and some guys rise when people are talking trash, and Jeremiah Davis seems to be a guy who is rising.
No doubt about it. There are guys you would tell guys in scouting reports, don't talk to this dude, because if he's in a funk, just let him be in a funk. If you start talking, he'll get out of it. Makes you think of the greats that do that. A guy like Jordan, if you ever watch The Last Dance, you see all those times when guys talk Not a good idea.
Well, and Jeremiah Davis grew up in L.A., grew up a huge Kobe Bryant fan. When I asked him on Cat Chat a couple of weeks ago, where does that defensive intensity come? Because for so many guys, if they've got that kind of defensive intensity, it came from somewhere. Somebody taught him that. And for him, it was Kobe Bryant watching that. And, I mean, a guy who gets motivated by trash talk, that's a Kobe Bryant thing.
Yeah, no doubt. But Jeremiah didn't just add a block to this. You know, he's got 2 for 3 from the field. He made a 3 there in the first half. And he's been defensively doing the job on Money Williams. Money got off with a couple of threes early, but he missed his last 4 shots of the half and definitely kind of cooled off. If I'm in the Grizzly locker room right now, I'm looking around saying, how in the world are we down at half when we made 7 first-half threes? For them, only 5 turnovers is a near miracle. Like, everything went well for us in the first half. How could we possibly be behind? There's got to be some head scratching and happening up there.
Boy, oh boy, what a turn of momentum at the end of that first half, and as a result, Bobcats have the lead up 38-37 over the Grizzlies. We're taking a break. Back after this, you're listening to Bobcat Basketball, presented by Learfield.
If you're in need of structural engineering for your residential, commercial, or wireless telecommunications project, Ascent Engineering provides comprehensive solutions for your project's success. Ascent Engineering is now serving the Big Sky Country in southwestern Montana. Whether it's a new residential home, new commercial building, long-awaited remodel, covered outdoor living space, retaining wall, or telecommunications tower, Ascent Engineering is your expert at providing forensics, assessments, or designs. Ascent Engineering is a proud supporter of your Montana State Bobcats.
Town & Country Foods is a proud supporter of Bobcat Athletics. As a locally owned company, we believe the benefit of buying local helps support the local economies in southwest Montana. Our stores offer great selections of items you need every day, including organics, specialty foods, fresh meats and produce, along with incredible selections from our bakery and deli departments. Town & Country Foods is 100% employee-owned and serves southwest Montana with 9 locations. Visit your local Town & Country Foods today. Go Cats!
It's the season of home improvement, and Williams Plumbing will help you tackle the big stuff. Are old roots clogging your sewer line? Williams has the tools to fix it. Have you checked your septic system lately? We have the knowledge and experience to maintain or repair it. Looking to install a yard hydrant? We'll do it promptly and professionally. Don't sweat the big stuff. Call Williams Plumbing today.
No matter how far you may go, there's always one just down the road. Town Pump, who pump it up, pump it up.
If you want variety, great prices, and sales, stop by your local Town Pump. Coors and Miller 18-pack cans and bottles, $18.99. Pump It Up members save an additional $2, only $16.99. Town Pump, convenient and right down the road.
Town Pump, right down the road. Pump it up, yeah.
This copyrighted broadcast is an exclusive presentation of Learfield under the broadcasting rights granted by Montana State University. Reuse of this presentation is prohibited without the expressed written consent of the university and Learfield. Announcers are provided by Learfield and approved by the university.
Keaton Gillogly alongside Brian Priebe after one half of play. Montana State is leading 38-37 over the Grizzlies after that colossal block of Jeremiah Davis against Tajon Sawyer. And that's a big reason why, that is the reason why Montana State is up by 1 at the half. The Bozeman Come On In Hotel and Suites, proud sponsor of MSU Athletics, the Montana State Alumni Association. The Come On In allows you to escape the ordinary while enjoying their numerous hotel and guest room amenities. Visit ComeOnIn.com to book your stay today. Some of the numbers from the first half of play. Montana State shooting 54% from the field. They went 7 of 10 from the three-point line and 1 of 2 from the free throw line. On the other side for Montana, 48% from the field, 7 of 15 from 3 after starting scalding hot from the three-point line, and just 2 of 2 from the free throw line. So this was a game, Brian, that was really officiated well, very, very even. They let both teams play, and they just let the players be in the midst of a rivalry game and has allowed the players to be the star tonight.
Yeah, and we said that Montana State, after giving up 6 of 9 threes early, was going to have to tighten that up. And when you hold Montana from that point forward, 1 of 6, that's that tightening up. Combine that with Montana then finally getting into turnover mode and having 3 turnovers in the last 5 minutes. That is why Montana State has this lead. It's the tightening up on the defensive end. And you saw a first half there with high scoring, lots of made threes. It almost guarantees you a second half that's going to be a slugfest, low scoring, and just a fist fight.
Which may play into the favor of the Bobcats, who have been darn good defensively throughout the year. All right, let's take a break. When we come back, we will take a look at some of the other out-of-town scores, and then we'll get ready to go for the second half, which starts in about 5 minutes. Bobcats leading 38-37 over the Grizzlies at the half. You're listening to Bobcat Basketball, presented by Learfield.
Debilitating joint pain can keep you from doing the things you love most. At Bozeman Health Spine and Joint Institute, we take a holistic approach to your orthopedic surgery, combining state-of-the-art orthopedic capabilities with whole health optimization. We'll work with you to identify and address any medical issues prior to your surgery. Our optimized health approach ensures your surgery is just the beginning of a new, pain-free life. Explore more at bozemanhealth.org/SJI.
Hello, tomorrow. We may not know exactly what you've got in store for us, for our routines and our normals. But here's the thing. Turns out, we've got this. We haven't seen everything, but we have seen ourselves be more ready for whatever you bring than we thought we would be. So when it comes to tomorrow, bring on the day. First Interstate, built for you. Member FDIC, Equal Housing Lender. Visit us at firstinterstate.com.
You are a Bobcat fan, and your seat matters. Section 108, right in the middle. And a perfect view of the fast break, alley-oop, and slam dunk. At Kendall Ford of Bozeman, we're a proud supporter of Montana State Athletics. We're big fans of teamwork, dedication, and helping customers find the best deal on the perfect vehicle to fit their needs. Where you sit matters, as in the driver's seat. Get started at KendallFordBozeman.com. Kendall, let's start something great.
Visiting West Yellowstone during the winter is a rare treat. The snow-covered landscape, frozen waterfalls, and frosted trees create a surreal winterscape. You'll enjoy our renowned hospitality, authentic Montana cuisine, and unmatched recreational opportunities. We encourage our guests to recreate responsibly and plan ahead to ensure a memorable trip. Plan your experience at DestinationYellowstone.com or YellowstoneDestination.com.
We are back at halftime with Montana State leading 38-37 over the Grizzlies, getting ready to go for the second half. All right, quick check of some of the out-of-town scores around the league today. Only one other game going right now. Northern Arizona leading Sac State 79-72 with under 10 seconds left. So it looks like NAU is going to get this win against Sac State. Also, Portland State lost to Northern Colorado 77-65. So Portland State is at 11-2. All right, we'll take one more break. When we come back, we're ready to go for the second half. Cats leading the Grizzlies 38-37. You're listening to Bobcat Basketball, presented by Learfield.
Ready to upgrade your space? Choose the local experts at Futura Cabinetry Inc. With over 50 years of experience, no job is too small. From cabinets and counters to closets and full installations, we deliver exceptional craftsmanship at the best pricing in town. Come meet your neighbors at Bozeman's best cabinet shop, Futura Cabinetry Inc. Quality, value, and experience you can trust.
Ready to build your brand? Think Inc. outside the box for your complete branding solutions. Located in Bozeman, Montana, we offer a full print shop for banners, signs, wraps, trade show booths and graphics, promotional products, and much more. If you can think it, we can ink it. We are a proud supporter and corporate sponsor of the MSU Bobcats. Like us on Facebook to see some of our cat wraps. Ready to build your brand? Think Inc. and call us at 406-922-6462 or visit us on the web at inkoutside.com.
At Jersey Mike's, watching them freshly slice the meat and cheese for my sub is a sight to behold. The layers of ham, salami, and pepperoni are even more glorious than the pink and orange layers of a sunrise. Yeah, the sun's pretty and all that, but in about 7 billion years it's going to explode, obliterating the earth and every living thing on it. And if there's no sun, there's no subs. Meanwhile, the only thing a sub ever obliterated was my hunger. Freshly sliced right in front of you. It's a Jersey Mike's thing, a sub above.
There is a local ranch just outside of Boise, Idaho, that has masterfully bred Japanese Wagyu cattle with American Angus cattle. Now this American-style Wagyu beef is available to you and your family. Rosars presents Snake River American-style Wagyu beef. Snake River Farms beef is famously found in many exclusive five-star steak restaurants. Snake River Farms, available at your local neighborhood Rosars.
Back at Dahlberg, getting ready to go for the second half. Montana State leading at 38-37 over the Grizzlies. Jeremiah Davis with one of the great plays of the season, one of the great plays in recent memory, with a sky-scraping block of Tajon Sawyer to end the first half, which would have given the Grizzlies a 1-point lead. Instead, MSU leads it 38-37. All right, let's pause 10 seconds for our network station identification. This is Montana State basketball. Alongside Brian Priebe as we get ready to go for the second half of action. The Cats up by 1. Brian, what do the Cats have to do here in the second half?
More of the same. It's got to defend the three. They got to force turnovers. And on the offensive end, they've got to make shots. They got to make threes. They got to be aggressive. There can be no let up in being the aggressor in a game like this.
All right, Montana State has the basketball to start the second half. They work offensively to our left. Jed Miller bounces it into Hodges against Sawyer. Kicks it back out to King. Works his way into the lane, and whistle and a hand check foul, and that's Tyler Thompson again. He had 2 fouls in the first half. He just picked up his third. You cannot put your hands on a player who is driving and restrict his movement, and that's just what happened.
Yeah, and that's the third time that he's also gone for the back tap, and the same official has blown it each time. Just think he's got to learn that as a young player.
MSU inbounds the basketball. Pat McMahon has it down to the right baseline, backing in, posting up, working on a freshman. Didn't have the spot, wants to get rid of it, knocked out of bounds, and it will stay with Montana State with 9 seconds to shoot.
Cats patient here offensively, trying to get a post touch. 1 to Hodges, 1 to McMahon.
Miller rises for 3. That's good. How about that? He got hit on the wrist and still knocked it home. Jed Miller has his first 3 of the second half.
Yeah, and take that after making that free throw, getting a little momentum. All of a sudden, Jed Miller might be getting hot.
Money Williams on the drive from the right corner, gets up and missed it. Chris Hodges got up and helped knock it away with Jeremiah Davis up there as well. Into the lane, Jed Miller poked away from behind. It's out of bounds, staying with MSU.
Yeah, nice little drive there by Jed Miller, seeing if he can make a play. I like the fact the Bobcats attack Money Williams as he goes to the hole. He has a tendency to go in kind of casually, and they just didn't let that happen.
King and 1 off the inbounds pass, and Tyler Thompson just picked up his 4th foul. The second-year freshman who's starting for them just picked up his 4th foul with 19:01 to go in the game. And off that inbounds play, Christian King able to finish off a big boy bucket.
Yeah, and right there, the freshman relaxed just a second. The Cats ran a play they haven't run much this year, which is getting it to the rim, and they get a quick deuce.
King misses the free throw. He's sitting at 10 points on the drive down to the right block. Kepley has it stolen away. Here's Jed Miller in transition. Slows down up at the top. Gives it to Pat McMahon. He works his way into the lane. Draws a double team. Bounce pass to Hodges. Rises and rips the rim. Timeout Montana. Pat McMahon leading the Globetrotters with that pass. And Chris Hodges with the big, emphatic two-hand dunk. And the Bobcats come out with a haymaker in the second half. Let's take a break from the First Interstate Bank broadcast position after the Montana timeout. 18:41 to go in the game. MSU leading Montana 45-37. You're listening to Bobcat Basketball presented by Learfield.
Ambient Air Solutions wants to take a moment to show our gratitude and to say thank you. Thank you to our frontline workers. Thank you to our doctors, nurses, and EMTs. Thank you to all the volunteers. And thank you to the Gallatin County community. Ambient Air Solutions is so grateful for your support for over 12 years. We are so blessed to live in such a beautiful place. Ambient Air Solutions is here for all your heating and cooling needs. Call us at 406-577-1818 to schedule your service today. Ambient Air Solutions, simplifying heating and cooling.
If you're in need of structural engineering for your residential, commercial, or wireless telecommunications project, Ascent Engineering provides comprehensive solutions for your project's success. Ascent Engineering is now serving the Big Sky Country in southwestern Montana. Whether it's a new residential home, new commercial building, long-awaited remodel, covered outdoor living space, retaining wall, or telecommunications tower, Ascent Engineering is your expert at providing forensics, assessments, or designs. Ascent Engineering is a proud supporter of your Montana State Bobcats.
Ready to upgrade your space? Choose the local experts at Futura Cabinetry Inc. With over 50 years of experience, no job is too small. From cabinets and counters to closets and full installations, we deliver exceptional craftsmanship at the best pricing in town. Come meet your neighbors at Bozeman's best cabinet shop, Futura Cabinetry Inc. Quality, value, and experience you can trust.
Keaton, Gillogly, and Brian Priebe back with you at the First Interstate Bank broadcast position courtside at Dahlberg Arena. Know what's below? Tap, click, or call 811 before you dig. Brought to you by Montana811.org. Bobcats on a 7-0 run to open up the second half. MSU leading 45-37 over the Grizzlies. Brian, how are the Cats doing it?
Yeah, quick start to the second half, 7-0 run. And it's been the offense, Jed Miller with the three, Christian King with the deuce, Chris Hodges with the big dunk. On the other end, the defense forced a blocked shot on Money Williams' layup attempt and then forced a turnover. And Grizzlies don't come away with anything in two possessions. Cats haven't missed.
Money Williams with the basketball at the top. Takes it to the free throw line, into the lane, lays it up, left it short. Jed Miller had the defense. King with a rebound. Here comes MSU. Head out to the right wing for McMahon. Into the lane, kick out, pass, tip, and out of bounds into the second row and into the laps of the Almond Roods.
Yeah, and right there, Money Williams forced right again. He can score going right, but he's a 30% guy going right. Great defense by Jed Miller.
Bobcats inbound the basketball. Handoff for Miller out on the left wing. Rises for three. That's no good. And the rebound grab by Montana. Little over 18 minutes to go in the game. Cats up 45-37. Lob into the post. Sawyer, an easy lay-in. Big defensive breakdown in transition by MSU.
Yeah, not a good play there by Chris Hodges. Got a little lost in transition. Thought he had to pick up the ball. Didn't need to, but leads to an easy deuce.
Hodges around the perimeter. Hands it off for Miller. Turns right around a screen. Throws back the other way to McMahon. Into the corner. King pumps the three. Steps to his right. Puts it up. No good. Davis skies for the rebound and gets it out to Jed Miller. Back to Davis. Right corner three ball. Yes. It's the Jeremiah Davis game. He's got 8.
Yeah, and right there, that's a first offensive rebound for Montana State in the game. It took them 22 minutes to get it. It was a big one.
So Jeremiah Davis with the Wendy's three. Montana on the other side, pass into the post. Toss back out to the top, around to Sawyer. Quick trigger three. That's no good. Pat McMahon grabs the rebound for MSU. Jed Miller into the front court. Out to the right wing. Now puts it on the floor, goes inside, bounce to the cutting King, reverse layup. No! A lot of contact underneath, no call, and Montana has the rebound. Grizzlies down 9 with the ball. 3 minutes into the second half. Montana's already used a timeout in this half. Money Williams at the top. Goes to the slipping Sawyer and a one-hand slam. Tajon Sawyer's getting free.
Yeah, you don't want to give up momentum plays on the road, and right there the Cats don't handle the ball screen well.
Now Hodges inside, down to the right block. Spins, hooks, yes. Chris Hodges gets it to go. He's got 6.
And the Grizzlies don't handle a ball screen on the other end and give Montana State a pretty easy deuce back. Cats up 9.
And that's that shot. That's the aggressiveness this coaching staff has wanted from Hodges all year. And now we got a whistle. Ooh, they called a foul on King, who also took a forearm in the chest. Second foul on King. Now here comes Jaden Stepp with a monster first half with 11 points, 5 of 7 from the field, including a Wendy's 3-ball. Serving all your garage door needs, SoreTech is raising the door on quality. Montana inbounds the basketball. Kepley from the top of the key, turns to the elbow. Guys tumble, pass into the post. Owino missed the bunny layup, got his own rebound, blocked and fouled. And King just picked up another foul. That was King, right? No, they give it to Stepp. I saw the official on the baseline point to King, but then the official from the sideline made the call to the scorer's table.
Yeah, unfortunately there, Stepp tripped Jed Miller, so he should have got 2 fouls on that play. Jed wasn't able to defend the ball, so all of a sudden stepping up to the ball, and it leads to the easy inside look for Owino.
So Owino goes to the line. And the first free throw is good.
Foul was on Stepp.
Yep. So Stepp has 2. King has 2. Otherwise, that would have been his 3rd.
Yeah, better that foul goes to Stepp for sure.
Yeah. Owino's next free throw is good, so he hits them both. And it was a little confusing because the baseline official initially pointed to King, but all good. We got it worked out. No big deal. 16 minutes to go in the ball game, and Montana State has the ball with a 7-point lead against the arch rivals, looking for their 5th season sweep in 27 years. Out to the top. Here's McMahon. Turns the corner into the baseline. McMahon backing down in the post. Turns, hooks, no good. And Montana has the rebound. Pat McMahon was a part of one of those season sweeps back in 2023. Money Williams down to the mid-post against Jaden Stepp. Now backs it out one-on-one. Crosses over. Step back right wing 3. No. And Jeremiah Davis has the rebound at the free throw line. Well, James Harden-esque there. Davis to the left wing. Setting it up for the Cats. Crosses over. Gets down to the baseline. Leans in. Oh! Couldn't get it to go. Sawyer mauled him. Stepp the offensive rebound. And then the makeup call. Wow. We got to take a break. We need to cool this thing down. Coach Logie is hot, and rightfully so. Whoa. All right, let's take a break. We need it. From the First Interstate Bank broadcast position, MSU leading up 50-43 over the Grizzlies with 15 minutes and 11 seconds to go in the game. You're listening to Bobcat Basketball, presented by Learfield.
Looking for the perfect place to fuel up before the game or celebrate a Bobcat win? Come on down to Rib and Chop House. We have locations in Bozeman, Billings, Butte, Great Falls, and Livingston, where premium steaks, fresh seafood, and award-winning baby back ribs meet unmatched hospitality. Join us on Tuesday nights at 6:30 in Bozeman for great food and fanfare with the Cat Chat Coaches Show. Whether you're cheering from the stands or watching with friends, do it with flavor. Rib and Chop House, proud partner of Montana State. Go Cats!
The Northern Pulse Growers Association encourages industry professionals and growers of dry peas, chickpeas, lentils, and fava beans to become members in 2024. Members gain access to cutting-edge research, expert training, market insights, and connect with a Pulse-passionate community. Visit northernpulse.com to join the Northern Pulse Growers Association. Together, we're sowing the seeds of success. Northern States Fishing Tools, a proud sponsor of the Montana State Bobcats, has been serving the eastern Montana and western North Dakota oil fields since 1978. We are here to provide you with the best tools and services, all at competitive prices. Northern States Fishing Tools services the Williston Basin with fishing and rental tools, along with downhole tools that include packers, plugs, and through tubing equipment. We have the expert knowledge to give you satisfying results based on your specific needs. Go Bobcats!
Keaton Gillogly alongside Brian Priebe at the First Interstate Bank broadcast position. Joint Champs New Kids Club presented by Billings Clinic Bozeman. Your $50 membership fee gets game tickets, Bobcat gear, and more. Sign up today at msubobcats.com/Champs Kids Club. All right, Brian, 15 minutes, 11 seconds to go in the game. Cats have a 50-43 lead over the Grizzlies, but boy, we've got a lifetime to live before the final horn.
Yeah, and this is that time where you have to settle your emotions here. Everything gets heightened in Cat Grizz, as it should, but as a player, your job is to maintain a pretty level balance because you know that 15 minutes is an eternity in this matchup. And even though you've got the lead and things are going your way and you're playing well, you just got to keep it on. It can't be anything special or different. Cats have great senior leadership. I'd expect nothing better than that from them.
MSU inbounds the ball into King on the Bobcat offensive side. Thrown up to McMahon. Bounce to Step. Out on the left elbow. Handoff for Davis coming off the screen. Runs into a wall. Has the dribble out on the left wing. Ooh, crosses over into the lane. Drop off for Step. Makes a contested catch. One dribble. He's doubled. Gets rid of it. 3 to shoot. Into the right corner. Davis for 3. Too strong, airballed it. Caught on the fly by Hicks, and Montana's on the move from left to right. Long toss, tipped out of bounds by the reaching Pat McMahon. And we'll do it again.
Yeah, pretty good offensive possession, even though it ended up in a shot clock violation. I like the patience there. Jeremiah might have just rushed the 3 just a little bit.
He looked pretty juiced up, too. But he was sky high on that 3 ball. He's still riding a lot of adrenaline tonight. Owino up at the top for Montana. Hands it off to Isaac. Around to Kepley on the left wing. Slashes inside, goes up, and banks it home. Good defense by Jaden Stepp going straight up. And Kepley still able to finish over on the right side. He's got 6.
Yeah, and again, keeping Montana off that 3-point line is tremendous. They are 1 for their last 8 over the last 15 minutes.
Toss into the post. Stepp gets up with the left hand and nails the bunny. Good to see Jaden Stepp finishing around the rim. That's his first field goal in the second half. He's got 13.
Yeah, and he's doing a great job of counterbalancing Tajon Sawyer, which the Bobcats will take all day.
Kepley lost the handle down to the right block. He has to kick it back out to Isaac on the right wing. Toss up at the top. Knocked free. Jeremiah Davis with the steal. In transition. Going to the rack. Lays it up. No, but draws the foul. Jeremiah Davis, the spark. Defense into offense, and Davis going to the line for 2, and he's got that look of the Mamba mentality in his eye tonight.
Yeah, and you really do see that from Pat McMahon. You see it from Jaden Stepp. You see it from Jed Miller. Christian King, after he finished the and 1, he had the look. There's just an intensity level you got to have to compete and battle in these kinds of moments, and the Cats are showing it.
Brooklyn Hicks picked up the foul, his first. They're going to chant the air ball after that missed 3 earlier, but Davis isn't worried about that. First free throw is good. Boy, they're busting out all the stops. They've got red cardboard X's. They've got the pool noodles. They've got the plus-size football models, shaking everything they can shake. They're doing everything they can.
Yeah, they're trying to give you your best, which you would expect in a rivalry game, but it also feeds you and your focus as you experience it.
Next free throw is good. Man, oh man, what a night for Jeremiah Davis. He's got 10. We've got just under 14 minutes to play in the game. MSU back to a 9-point lead. Grizzlies with the ball to our right. Kepley picks up the dribble on the left wing. Throws it away, then gets it back. Toss it into the middle of the lane. Here's Owino. Back up the top for Isaac. Works his way down to the left elbow. Isaac. Bounce pass back up to the top. 5 to shoot here. Kepley with 4. Kepley to the elbow. 3. Pump fake. Jump shot. No. And the Bobcats grabbed the rebound. Tried to draw the foul on Jed Miller.
Yeah, Jed Miller got lucky right there. He left his feet, which is just not a play you would make as a senior. And he got fortunate the ref didn't blow. He could have blown that whistle easy.
Jed's been a little frisky tonight. He's got the ball up at the top. Going right around the screen and a foul. That's going on Montana. And Grant Kepley is second. Now the Bluebirds will reign as they feel like that should have been a call against MSU, and now the Bobcats get a call.
Yeah, there's no doubt the Bluebirds are going to reign on that, and probably rightfully so. Hometown crowd should definitely feel it.
Oh, yeah. This one goes to 11.
These are what we're playing for, man.
Oh.
This is February. Great opportunity.
What a night. This is what it's all about. We got 13 minutes of bliss left. Into the lane, Jed Miller. Kick out along the baseline to Almenrud. Curls into the paint. Throw back out to Stepp. Measures out a 3. In and out. Oh, that was halfway home. And Montana has the rebound. Great look. Money Williams out of the right wing. Bounce into the post. Sawyer against Stepp. Bounce underneath. And Owino with the back cut. Lays it home easy. Owino's got 10.
Cat's got a little bit ball watch in there. The double team wasn't going to come on Sawyer, but they give the easy back cut to Owino.
Almenrud left around the screen, gets in deep underneath the cup. Kick out to the right corner for Miller. Puts it on the floor along the right baseline, drops into the middle of the lane for Stepp. One dribble, fall away jumper, rimming it in. How about that? From Jaden Stepp, who's got 15 points tonight, who's playing out of his mind.
He is having a career night, if you will. He and Tajon Sawyer leading scorers both with 15. Cats will take that.
That did just tie his career high, that last jump shot, and a foul on step the other way. His third. That one was tight. So third foul on step. But, yeah, that's his Division I career high as well. He had 15 against Northwest Indian College.
Yeah, tremendous effort.
From jerseys to hats and more fan favorites, find everything you need to gear up for game day at Kohl's and Kohl's.com. Monty Williams being asked to tuck in his jersey. He looked disappointed he had to do it, but he does.
A guy who just never misses from the free throw line.
Just missed. You did it. You feel like that was the announcer jinx?
I definitely feel it. Yeah. It was intentional. I waited till he got the ball to say anything. Literally, he missed one. The only other shot I've seen him miss from the free throw line all year was in Bozeman late in the game, and it killed any momentum Montana had of winning that ball game.
Nicely done, Brian.
You're welcome.
Next free throw for Williams is good. Cats couldn't get Christian King in. They were trying to scream for the sub. The Cats inbounded it too quickly. Here we go. Just under 12 to play in the ball game. Into Miller at the top, works into the lane, puts up the runner, swirls off. Jed Miller just a little off shooting again tonight. 56-48, MSU leading with a stoppage coming soon. Monty Williams on the drive, puts it up, no, but draws the foul. That's the fourth on Jaden Stepp, who's picked up 3 here in the second half. Let's take a break from First Interstate Bank broadcast position. On the go and want to stay connected to live college sports anywhere in the country? Download the free Varsity app available on Apple and Android with new features this season. It's easier than ever to listen live and keep up with your favorite teams. Don't miss a moment. Get the Varsity Network app now. Back after this with the 11:41 to go in the game. Bobcats lead 56-48 over the Grizzlies. You're listening to Bobcat Basketball, presented by Learfield.
Fans, support both your favorite team and Montana State students. When you shop at the MSU Bookstore, you help lower the price of course materials for Montana State students. The MSU Bookstore is owned by MSU students and faculty and serves as the only not-for-profit campus bookstore in Montana. Shop online at msubookstore.org or on campus in the Strand Union Building. Remember, Bobcat fans, when you shop at the MSU Bookstore, all proceeds from your purchase goes directly to lowering the cost of course materials for Montana State students. Go Cats!
There is a local ranch just outside of Boise, Idaho, that has masterfully bred Japanese Wagyu cattle with American Angus cattle. Now this American-style Wagyu beef is available to you and your family. Rosars presents Snake River American-style Wagyu beef. Snake River Farms beef is famously found in many exclusive 5-star steak restaurants. Snake River Farms, available at your local neighborhood Rosars.
Congratulations to Montana State Bobcats football FCS champions. And now it's time for your championship moment. Never before seen in Bozeman, it's the game time proposal event at Goldsmith Gallery Jewelers. Get the ring she'll say yes to and get a 75-inch Samsung TV with your purchase. Plus, you also get the anything promise. If anything happens to your ring, we've got it covered. Free. Make the winning move at Goldsmith Gallery Jewelers in Bozeman. See us for details.
Think about quitting tobacco or vaping? You don't have to do it alone, and you don't have to wait for the perfect time. QuitNowMontana.com offers free confidential support 24/7. You'll get one-on-one coaching, proven tools, and resources designed to help you quit and stay quit. Whether it's your first try or your 5th, help is just a click away. Make today the day you take the first step toward a healthier future. Visit QuitNowMontana.com. With the First Interstate Bank broadcast position, 11 minutes, 41 seconds to go in the game. We've had all the momentum swings you expect out of a rivalry game, and right now the Bobcats lead it 56-48. Where are we at in all of the rivalry swings right now?
Yeah, I think right now the momentum sits in a neutral spot. I think Montana's at least quelled the initial surge that the Bobcats had coming out of halftime. The Bobcats are still up 7 in the second frame. They've been able to kind of neutralize it, and Monty Williams going to the line here could give them a little, but the Cats have had the answer offensively. Be interesting to see what they run here coming out of the timeout, trying to get another offensive possession to go their way.
Well, when does Jed Miller kind of get going in this game? 7 points, 2 of 8 from the field so far. He does have 2 Wendy's 3 balls as Monty Williams hits the first of 2 free throws. but he's had so much help already with 3 Bobcats in double figures, and Miller not being one of them.
Yeah, and that's not what we would expect. If we'd said coming into this game, how are the Cats going to be, where they're going to be, that would be Jed Miller going off.
And Money Williams misses a second free throw tonight, which is newsworthy for a guy who is 85% from the stripe this season. MSU with the ball, leading by 7, 11.5 to play in the game. Jed Miller goes left around the screen, throws to the slipping Hodges into the lane, throw out to the right corner, Almenrud for 3. Rimming, no. Howie Keene, the offensive rebound. He's in deep, then the whistle, and then we're going to see the jump ball. And then we'll give it back to Montana. And they got the rebound, just couldn't get out of traffic.
Yeah, he got that ball around his waist, and that's just piranhas attacking something. I mean, you can't get that ball low. Got to keep it high and get it out of that area or go right back up quick.
All right, Montana with a basketball from left to right. Who's going to hit the next big shot? Who's going to grab the momentum from either side? Tyler Thompson's into the game with 4 fouls right now. One of the starters who picked up that 4th about 60 seconds into the second half. Kepley on the drive, and a whistle and a foul on Christian King.
Yeah, it's a tough call with as physical a game as it's been. It feels a little bit light touch. There was definitely contact, and in a lot of games, it's a foul either way, but the way this game has gone, you didn't expect that whistle to blow.
5th team foul on MSU. Both teams with 5 team fouls. Montana inbounds the ball into the right corner for Money Williams now. Puts it on the floor with a righty dribble down to the right baseline. Gets cut off, slings out to the top, around to Sawyer, left wing 3. That's good. Tajon Sawyer's got 4 threes tonight. It's a 4-point lead for MSU.
And Montana hadn't hit a 3 for a week. Finally gets one to fall.
Now Hodges has the ball tipped out of his hands. It'll stay with Montana State down to the right baseline.
The officials confer to make sure they got it right, and it definitely went off the foot of Owino.
Miller, lob into Hodges in the right corner, hands it off for Miller, back to McMahon. Wanted to go to Hodges. You can see you sucking your teeth there. McMahon down to Hodges on the right baseline. He's kind of out high here, trying to back in on Sawyer. Getting into the lane, turns, righty hook. Oh, he got it to go. How about that? Chris Hodges, some big boy basketball.
And Montana State's had trouble getting point production from the 5 spot most of this year. Not tonight. It's been a huge factor.
Sawyer out of the right wing. Lob into the post, tipped, loose. Cats steal it. Almenrud and King teamed up for the steal. Jed Miller weaving into the front court. Crosses over on Williams, steps back, right wing 3 ball. Boom! And 1! Jed Miller going to the line for a chance at a 4-point play. And that's the 4th foul on Money Williams.
You got your starting backcourt, or 2 of your 3 starting guards for Montana now with 4 fouls, both on the floor. Jed Miller sold that pretty good. He had already hit the floor when Money Williams made contact, but he made sure to take the dive and got the call.
Jed Miller continuing to show that veteran presence and a long line of veteran point guards the last couple of years. Miller into double figures after that Wendy's 3 ball, and he completes the 4-point play. Well, you think about Jed Miller sitting on that bench in the maroon seats, watching Darius Brown help win a ball game here in 23. Watching Rob Ford 2 years ago carry this team on his back to an NCAA tournament. It's Jed Miller's turn now. Into the left corner, out to the left wing. Kepley slashes. Bounce pass to the right corner. Thompson steps to his left, throws into the post. Sawyer against Hodges. Runs into a double team, goes up. Got it to go. Tough finish by Tajon Sawyer.
He might have got away with a little bunny hop there. Refs didn't see it, but he was able to finish.
Miller down to the right baseline. Good. That patented bad angle baseline J from Jed Miller.
And we said Jed needed to show something. He's got the last 6 for Montana State.
On just 2 made field goals. 4-point play. A Wendy's 4 ball, if you will. There's Kepley. Throws out to Sawyer, catch and shoot 3 again. That one's in and out, and the Bobcats have the rebound. I don't know how much you're expecting out of your center, but Sawyer's 4 of 8 from 3, even after that miss. And a timeout called by MSU. And we're going to keep it here because we're not at the under 8, and we already used our first called timeout in those first 60 seconds from Montana. So we're keeping it here. Pickleball is the fastest growing sport in the U.S. for a reason. It's instantly fun, easy to learn, but can take years to master. Pickler Bozeman's state-of-the-art indoor facility is truly spectacular. 13 courts, full gym and shower facilities with tons of space for private events and parties. Drop in and see what everyone is talking about. Take the cold out of winter and join the fun. 8:51 to go in the game. MSU back up to a 10-point lead. This is their largest advantage of the day, up 64-54.
With the ball, and so the timeout is what this staff has been doing each of the last several games, somewhere around the 9 to 10 minute mark. Give their guys a break. Usually it's the full timeout. Tonight, just the short timeout, but give them a little bit of a break. Carry your final 2 timeouts into the end of the game. Now you got to keep the offensive attack going. Jed Miller with a couple nice, effective plays. Here you'd like to see Christian King get something going. Pat McMahon get something going to the rim. I'd like to see the Bobcats continue to build the momentum offensively.
In so many ways, Pat McMahon set the tone tonight with 8 early points. Still looking for his first bucket in the second half. He also has 5 rebounds and 2 assists as he continues to stuff the stat sheet. MSU with the basketball. Again, a 10-point lead. Their largest of the night with 8:45 to go in the game. Over to the left wing, Davis. Gives it to King. Dribbling right to the top. Hand off to Miller now on the right wing. Miller down to the right corner. 10 to shoot. Miller resets. Miller, 8, into the lane. Throws out to the left wing. Davis, 5. Davis into the lane. Lost it. Tip free. And Montana steals it away.
Yeah, I think that's one Jed's got to just let loose on. He's got a favorable matchup with Sawyer on him. Tried to make the extra pass. Just not enough time on that clock.
Into Owino down on the left baseline for the Grizzlies. Back out to the left wing. Here's a 3. No good. Offensive rebound by Owino out of the left elbow. Toss to the top. Sawyer again for 3. That one's no good. And Jeremiah Davis goes up to the rafters to grab the rebound. Here's Pat McMahon. He goes to the cup. Lays it good and one. Pat McMahon just took on Tajon Sawyer and wins the battle to take us to a timeout. That is a senior who wants this rivalry sweep. Let's take a break from First Interstate Bank broadcasting position. Pat McMahon rising his level of play in one of the biggest games of the year. 7:58 to go in the contest. Cats lead the Grizzlies 66-54. You're listening to Bobcat Basketball, presented by Learfield.
Hello, tomorrow. We may not know exactly what you've got in store for us, for our routines and our normals. But here's the thing. Turns out, we've got this. We haven't seen everything, but we have seen ourselves be more ready for whatever you bring than we thought we would be. So when it comes to tomorrow, bring on the day. First Interstate, built for you. Member FDIC, Equal Housing Lender. Visit us at firstinterstate.com.
Mike Rowe here with another random fact. Those cracks on your walls aren't just cosmetic. They could mean your home is sinking. Whether it's drywall cracks, exterior cracks, or sticking doors or windows, do yourself a favor. Call Groundworks. I spent some time working with these guys, and they're the real deal. Their people are trained and certified to stabilize your foundation.
Groundworks, official foundation repair company of Montana State Athletics. Licensed in all states where work is performed. See website for details.
Kohl's gets it. Valentine's Day comes with expectations. Grand expectations, telepathic expectations, and heart-shaped everything expectations. Yes, even waffles. Kohl's has gifts that rise to the occasion. From romantic to playful, sparkly to sweet, or all of the above. Plus, get 15% off some of your finds. So go ahead, exceed those Valentine's Day expectations with Kohl's. Select styles, offer ends February 16th. Some exclusions apply. See store, kohls.com for details.
See every pulse-pounding, buzzer-beating play in astounding detail with a patient experience that's second to none. Experienced doctors and advanced technology. Vance Thompson Vision, the official LASIK cataract surgeon of the Bobcats, is your home for laser vision correction. Learn more at VanceThompsonVision.com. We're at the First Interstate Bank broadcast position with 7:58 to go in the game. MSU with a game-high 12-point lead, up 66-54 with Pat McMahon going to the line and a chance at a three-point play. And Brian, revisiting some of your Kendall Ford keys to the game from the pregame show. How the Bobcats standing up?
Yeah, they're up 2 on the made threes mark, 10-8, and they're up 4 on the turnover battle. And that's the thing that beats this Montana team. And you add in 5 guys in double figures with 8 minutes to play. Montana State doing what they have to do, getting some great contributions from their front line, hitting some timely threes, and last couple possessions getting to the foul line as well.
Hodges, by the way, also has 8, so they're on the cusp of getting 6 guys in double figures. As Pat McMahon dials it up at the free throw line and comes up short. So misses the free throw to complete the three-point play. 7:50 to go in the game. Bobcats up by 12. Can they finish this thing off on the road in Missoula, a place they have so rarely won? Money Williams puts it up, no, but draws the foul as Jed Miller gave him a hug. So Miller picks up the foul, his third. Montana, by the way, is trying to earn their 100th win against Montana State here in Missoula. They are 99-50 against the Bobcats here.
That's pretty big deal. Let's not let that happen for sure.
First free throw for Money Williams is good, at least not this year.
Not this year would be great.
Pat McMahon, by the way, is 5 against Montana in his career. He is 1-3 here in Missoula. And the next free throw is good.
Cats offense is going to be important here down the stretch. Can't not be aggressive. It's what's gotten you to where you're supposed to be. Got to be aggressive. Keep that pedal to the metal.
Here's Davis off a screen. He's out on the left wing. Moves right around a screen. Still has the bounce. Takes it to the free throw line. Spins into the lane. Now pulls up for the jumper. Rimming, no. Money Williams with a rebound. Montana into the front court. Money Williams setting it up. Working on Miller. Into the lane. Kick out to the right wing for Sawyer. Back to Money Williams. Works his way into the lane. Working on Pat. Jacks it up and jacks it home. Boy, he was really looking for a foul call there, which didn't come. He was kind of anticipating the contact and threw it up for 2.
And Pat McMahon's closeout gave him his left hand where he's just so good.
Miller draws the jump shot foul at the free throw line. A light grasp of the forearm. That's enough. And Miller's going to the line for 2. He hasn't had a great shooting night, really, the last now 4 games. And he's finding a way to get this thing done. And the Cats got a call as Isaac picks up his first.
Yeah, not a lot of contact there. But Bobcats will take it.
And the free throw is no good from Jed Miller.
Yeah. Bobcats got to tighten up a little bit. A couple missed free throws here late. And Pat McMahon and Jed Miller knocking those down normally.
With the student section going crazy, with the pool noodles flopping around. And the free throw is good. So Miller splits the pair. Hey, Bobcat fans, your support through the Bobcat Collective powers NIL opportunities for our Bobcat student athletes, helping them thrive on and off the field. Join today and make a real impact. 6:40 to go in the game. Montana State leads 67-58. Grizzlies with the ball. Hicks throws it over to the right wing for Williams. Working on Miller, down to the right block, and he drew the foul on Miller, and that's his 4th.
Yeah, that's a pretty patented Money Williams move right there. Jed Miller knows that, knows better, but that little bit of contact's going to force him to take a seat.
And as soon as Money feels the contact, right, because Miller kind of puts his chest out to try to wall up, which is what you're supposed to do, and you teach defenders. As soon as he feels that, that's when he jumps up, kind of jumps backwards, using that, and then putting the shot up. And that's what gets you the nickname of a free throw merchant.
Yeah, and that's why he gets the line. That's why he's such a good scorer. Good scorers get to the line and get freebies. Don't have to depend on a hot shooting night.
7-point lead for MSU, 6.5 to play in the game. Jeremiah Davis now run to the point. He's had a couple of the biggest plays of the night. Over to McMahon. Well, now the Bobcats trying to get organized with Miller on the bench. McMahon down to the left baseline. Long pass to Davis on the right wing. Bounce pass to Hodges, right sideline. 8 to shoot. Hodges, 6. Needs to get rid of it. 5. Hands off for Davis, 4. Down to Hodges in the lane. Runner is up and good. And now Chris Hodges is the 6th Bobcat into double figures.
That's a big possession right there. Every possession with Jed Miller on the bench is critical for the Bobcats to close this lead.
Now Money Williams with a flat-footed 3, and Pat McMahon corrals and secures the rebound.
And Travis Secure did not like that shot.
No.
That was a bit of a, hey, I've made a couple free throws. Let me heat check this real quick.
Here's McMahon crossing over left around a screen into the lane. Bounce pass underneath for Christian King. Dribbles out to the elbow. His jumper is up. No good. And a foul on the floor going after the rebound. Looks like it's going on Montana. Hodges was in there fighting for it.
Yep. Hodges will go to the line.
And it'll be a 1-and-1. And Sawyer picks up his second. Town Pump, the exclusive sponsor of the exciting Brawl the Wild, invites you to visit a Town Pump store on your way home for gas and snacks. Safe travels for Town Pump.
And Jeremiah Davis hobbles off, turned his ankle on that possession. Looks like hopefully he just needs a quick tape job and he can get back in there.
Free throw is no good on the front end from Hodges. Jaden Stepp will check in here shortly. So Stepp and Miller each with 4 fouls with 5.5 to play in the game. Here's Money Williams, turn to the corner into the lane, going up. Slings it off the window and in. Money Williams trying to take over, but you made the point earlier, Brian, when he takes over, it's not always necessarily the best thing for the team.
Yeah, and the Cats right now don't have a point guard on the floor. They are really going to have to take care of the basketball and find ways to score to keep this offense going.
McMahon into the post, down to the left block, turns, hooks, got it, and one. Went right through the hands of Tyler Isaac. Easy call, and McMahon going to the stripe, trying to complete the three-point play with 4:59 left. Here's Jaden Stepp into the ball game, again with those 4 fouls, but 15 points.
And the longer the Cats can buy time for Miller to be on the bench, the better. Jeremiah Davis with the trainer right now. Can't put a lot of weight on that right leg. I'm not sure he's going to be back in the next 5 minutes. Looks like he's heading to the locker room.
They're going to put him up on the table as the free throw is no good, tipped out, and the Bobcats secure the rebound. King got up and knocked it away off a missed free throw, and Howie Keene tracked it down at the free throw line. Jaden Stepp has the ball for MSU in a 9-point lead. Here's Christian King, spins, shovel pass, Almenrud, reverse layup is good. The first points for Seth Almenrud. It's Almenrud time. He's been doing this the last 3 games in the final 10 minutes.
Yeah, he just saves his scoring for the last few minutes of the ball game. Cats will take it. They could love to see him make double figures here late.
Hey, Cats have 73 points. This is usually within the range of scoring the Cats need to win. Still 4:20 left, and the pass is kicked by MSU.
4:21 to go. Montana State with this lead has got to just, again, bide time. If they can let Jed sit there till about the 3-minute mark, the problem you have is just all the switching they do defensively. You never know who he's going to end up on, and Montana's been intentionally trying to get him matched up with Money Williams, trying to draw fouls.
Kepley throws to Sawyer, rises for 3. That one's no good, and Christian King has the rebound, and it's knocked out of bounds, and a foul. They call the foul on Isaac, and the Bobcats will walk the length of the floor for 2 free throws.
Wow, that's just a bad foul by Isaac. He got called for the foul on the jump shot. Now he gets called for a foul on an offensive rebound. That is just terrible right there.
On the go and want to stay connected to live college sports anywhere in the country? Download the free Varsity Network app, available on Apple and Android. With new features this season, it's easier than ever to listen live and keep up with your favorite teams. Don't miss a moment. Get the Varsity Network app now. King knocks down the first free throw. How about this, too, Brian, in terms of balance? 3 different Bobcats are tied for the team lead with 10 field goal attempts. So really spreading around the opportunities as King knocks down both free throws. He's got a dozen.
Great job by King right there. Montana State had missed 4 straight free throws going into those attempts. So that's good to get that rectified.
By Bobcats under 55% from the stripe right now. Money Williams lost it out of bounds. And I think the Cats are going to challenge this, rightfully so. Hang on. Yeah, they're going to challenge it, and the Cats are going to win it because Money Williams just lost that basketball. We got a media timeout. We're taking a break with 4 minutes to go in the ball game. Bobcats lead the Grizzlies 75-62. We're taking a break. You're listening to Bobcat Basketball, presented by Learfield.
At Montana State University, students shape signature experiences that take them across the state and into local communities. MSU is dedicated to its land-grant mission, integrating transformational learning, discovery, and service that improves lives. You'll find our students teaching across Montana, conducting research in the heart of Yellowstone National Park, or even creating small shelter prototypes to address homelessness. Montana State University. Think outside.
Qdoba Bozeman is a proud partner of the Montana State Bobcats. Make your winning play at Qdoba. Show your spirit with your own salad, quesadilla, bowl, burrito, or nachos, and all your favorite toppings. Score big and add free guac and queso to your entree anytime, any day. Hungry yet? Stop by Qdoba at 855 South 29th Avenue right after the game for the ultimate flavor MVP.
From our 1946 roots providing lumber for Yellowstone National Park to our current headquarters in Bozeman, we at Simpkins Lumber believe in building the Gallatin Valley's future while continuing to honor its past. Contractors large and small benefit from our decades of experience and our extensive network of suppliers. We can source the materials you need no matter the project. For all your building needs, go to where long-standing traditions have met with quality building products for over 75 years. Simpkins Lumber, a Montana tradition among builders since 1946.
You like to be able to listen to us while synced up to your TV in the comfort of your own home. Go to syncmygame.com to find out how. All right, we just hit our under 4 media timeout, although we're at 4 minutes exactly. We're at the First Interstate Bank broadcast position, and we are in a review as well. The officials right now are looking at a disputed possession. As it appeared live, Money Williams lost the ball, but they gave the possession to Montana, so all three officials are hovering over the monitor right now. Bobcats lead it 75-62 with 4 minutes to go in the ball game. The officials now discussing things. Kind of feels like the question here is, do they have enough of that video evidence? I thought live Money just lost it, but we're about to find out what the call is.
And it's a big call because of the timeout at stake. If Matt Logie loses that challenge, he loses a timeout, even though the media was called. And so it's one of those things where it's a big call.
And it is a successful challenge for Montana State. They will get the possession and save the timeout.
So another turnover by the Grizz, and Montana State retains that timeout, as you said. Big in both directions.
Appreciate the officials communicating to us. It's always nice when they do that.
Very helpful.
Yes. Officials can't be perfect, but boy, they've been good tonight. Sure, there have been some questions, but just appreciate the communication.
Yeah, no Jed Miller, 4 minutes to play. Probably try and buy one more minute, see if you can get to that 3-minute mark, and then bring Jed back.
So the Bobcats trying to steal some time right now. Here's Jaden Stepp, who hands it off to Almenrud. It's tipped, but he recovers. Goes to the top of the key with a dribble, turns into the lane, stops on the left block, slips, kicks it, and travels. Just got a little over his ski tips.
Yeah, that play just got out of sync from the get. The handoff was a little funky, and Seth just lost his footing there. It might have been bumped a little bit, but not enough for a call.
Jeremiah Davis is back on the bench right now, and so is Jed Miller with the foul trouble. Here's Money Williams into the lane, lays it good and one. Pat McMahon picks up his first foul, and Money Williams going back to the line trying to complete the three-point play.
And that's just where Money Williams is so good. This will be his 9th free throw attempt for the ball game. He's got 9 of the 13 free throw attempts for Montana. You just let him get to that left hand. That time it was drive right, spin back left, but you let him get to his left hand, and he is a scorer du jour.
20 points now for Money Williams, and he's got 21 now. 75-65, MSU leads. Can they close out a 10-point lead with 3.5 minutes to go on the road in Missoula, trying to earn just their 5th season sweep this century against the Grizzlies? Almenrud out of the right wing, down to the right baseline, brings it back out. Up to McMahon, pumps the three, puts it on the floor, working on Sawyer. Little double team help comes, knocked free. McMahon saves it. Diving attempt by Almenrud, and he got the timeout over on that far sideline to save the possession with 5 seconds left.
Be interesting to see if this is the moment Jed Miller gets back in there, as the offense has really been struggling without him.
Jeremiah Davis trying to put some pressure on, I think it's the right ankle. He's got a brace on that now.
He's doing a little hopping. 5 seconds on the shot clock. So the Bobcats will have a sideline inbounds play here. A very quick possession. Hopefully something going to the rim and potentially drawing a foul, getting to the line.
Now, Montana State has blown a few leads this year. There's just no way to split that egg without making an omelet. 75-65, Montana State leads with 3:08 to go. Is there any common theme in some of the leads they've given up and anything they can learn from that in these moments?
Oh, yeah, it's been the offense. The offense goes stale. The defense kind of tries to hold on but can't. The Bobcat offense has been the challenge late. They've had some droughts, especially in the non-conference session. But right here, this is where a possession like this can be a backbreaker for the Grizz. You score with a 5-second shot clock coming out of the timeout. It'd be big.
Coach Logie talked about micro plays in the loss against Eastern Washington. Bobcats got to make those micro plays tonight. Jed Miller's still on the bench. Howie Keene will inbound to the right sideline with 5 seconds to shoot and 3:08 to go in the game. Long lob, Step makes the catch in the left corner, then to Christian King, slashes into the lane, kick out right corner, Almenrud for 3. No good. Fight for the rebound, tipped out of bounds by Jaden Step, and it's going to Montana. The Cats got a good look, just didn't fall.
Got a tremendous look. Didn't get it to fall. 3:01 to play now. The Bobcat defense can be enough to carry him over the top here with a 10-point lead and 3 minutes to go. Jed Miller, I imagine, next chance he can get in on an offensive play, he will be sprinting to the table.
75-65. Montana State leading. Looking for the season sweep against the Grizzlies. Looking for control of second place as Money Williams draws the 5th foul on Jaden Stepp. And that one was tough as Money Williams just kind of dove headfirst into the shallow end there.
Yeah, and that's a tough call, but it does get Jed Miller back in there. Chris Hodges will go in for Stepp. But you got to understand Money Williams' mentality when he gets late game and his team's trailing. He just goes every time to the rim. And right now Montana State's got to, what they did late in the game in Bozeman is ran a little quick trap. They trapped him wherever he had the ball. I think they're going to have to go to that because right now he's just been unstoppable getting into the lane.
So Money Williams going to the line for 2. And the first free throw is good. 8 of his 21 points have come at the free throw line. 8 of his 22 rather. And Jaden Stepp fouls out with a career-high 15 points tonight. He was magnificent, particularly in the first half, as Williams hits his second free throw. All right, now here comes the pressure from Montana to the backcourt, and they call it off after the inbounds pass gets in. Jed Miller into the front court, 2:45 to go. Bobcats lead by 8. Almenrud over to Hodges. Handoff to Almenrud on the right wing. Turns into the baseline, down into the lane. Turns back, kicks out. McMahon for 3. No good. Fight for the rebound, and Money Williams won it as McMahon went tumbling into the bench and didn't get a call. Money Williams losing his headband as he takes it up the floor to the right wing. Picks up the dribble. Gets it back after a quick toss. Now rises for 3. That's short, and Christian King gets the rebound. This is kind of what you were talking about, Brian. When Money has a big scoring game, now he's just taking all the shots. We're kind of seeing that here. He has more points per game in losses.
Yeah, 21 points per game in losses, 17 in wins. And a lot of that's late game situations where he just ices out his teammates.
Miller puts up a floater and draws the foul. Isaac picks up his 4th. That was Jed Miller who felt his defender on his hip. So smooth of a move by a senior, and a timeout called by Montana. Also looked like Jeremiah Davis wanted to check back in, so looks like we might see him here shortly, which is a good sign. 1:59 left. Cats 75, Grizzlies 67, and we are quite a few heart palpitations away from a final horn.
Oh, yeah, this is 2 minutes. We said earlier 15 minutes was forever. Well, this 2 minutes might feel even longer, but I love the play by Jed Miller. His team just a little disjointed offensively. He gets himself in the lane, feels Isaac on his hip, and then just stops and jumps in and allows the foul to be called, knowing that can settle your offense. It allows your defense to set. Now they've just got to figure out what are they going to do with Money Williams. Are you going to let him keep going one-on-one? You're going to run at him, get the ball out of his hands, and face guard him like they did in Bozeman. That would be where Jeremiah Davis will be so important as the guy who would do that face guarding.
Money Williams has taken most of their shots here the last 5 to 7 minutes. I might need to look at the play-by-play and see just exactly how many shots he's taken consecutively for them.
Yeah, a little bit, too, where, he's so good at drawing fouls. And, again, when all you do is do that all the time, everybody else standing around and watching, they're not part of the offensive flow.
First free throw for Jed Miller is good. Boy, is this right? I don't think there is not a Grizzly who has scored a point since the 9:30 mark in the second half when Tajon Sawyer had a layup. 9:30.
Yeah, 7.5 minutes of nothing but Money Williams going to the hole. And now the Bobcats play a little offense-defense with Jed Miller and Jeremiah Davis.
Yep. So Jed Miller's got 16 points, willing himself to 16 points as his shooting slump hasn't really emerged out of that now 3-game shooting slump.
Big possession right here, 10-point game. Big possession to see what the Bobcats can get a stop.
So under 2 to go with the Cats up 10. Money Williams turns the corner, goes to the rack, got it stripped, and a foul. Boy, they are just calling everything right now if you are in the vicinity of Money Williams. First foul on Jeremiah Davis.
Yeah, that one didn't look like Jeremiah had a lot of push off that ankle. He had to go that direction, and Money Williams got the angle on him, and he just didn't seem like he could stay with him.
First free throw for Money is good. At First Interstate Bank, it's about supporting our communities and cheering on our teams. Thank you for letting us be your trusted community bank for more than 50 years. First Interstate Bank, built for you. Member FDIC. And Jeremiah Davis coming off the bench, or coming back to the bench, hobbling a bit. Next free throw is good. So tried to give it a go. Don't know that we'll see him out there again. 1:51 left.
And this one's offense-defense, so I wouldn't be surprised if he came back if he feels like he can go. But this is offense-defense right now, trying to have Jed Miller out there, $1.51.
And with the full court press into Chris Hodges, back to King, handoff for Miller, and then they call off the Dogs. So they press on the inbounds pass and then relent. Miller into the front court. Jump pass over to King. They tried to trap Miller. Back to Miller. He sets it up at the half-court line. They come out and pressure him. He runs away from the trap, picks up the dribble, and throws to Almanrud, who catches it with 2 hands near the sideline. Back to Miller with 10 to shoot. Back to Almanrud on the right wing. Steps into a rhythm three. No good. King the offensive rebound. Back out to Miller. And Coach Logie wants him to burn some more clock with 1:23 left and an 8-point Bobcat lead. Miller to King, to Almanrud, to Miller. 10 seconds to shoot. Miller with the dribble way out high, 6. Miller to the right wing, rises for 3. That's no good. And the fight for the rebound is won by Montana, but that took a long time off the clock. 8-point lead for the Cats, 64 seconds left. Left wing 3 from Thompson. That's no good. Rebound tipped in the air and out of bounds. All right, great job by McMahon getting up and knocking that thing away.
Great job by defensively. Christian King got a good contest on Thompson in the corner. They're able to get the ball out of Money Williams' hands. Thompson takes a 3. He hadn't even thought about taking a shot probably since like the second minute of the game with all his foul trouble.
Hey, he picked up his 4th foul with 60 seconds into the second half. Long inbounds pass to Money Williams. Turns the corner, throws into the post, and Sawyer gets the rack with a 2-hand slam. A timeout called by Montana. That time, Jeremiah Davis wasn't there for a great highlight reel play. So it's a 6-point lead for MSU with 55 seconds left. 77-71 MSU. Bobcats are only 60% from the free throw line as Jeremiah Davis goes back to check in once again. They're going to have to hit their free throws down the stretch tonight.
Yeah, Montana's going to have to foul. It's a 2-possession game with 55 seconds left. And right now they're just going to run at Jed Miller just like the Bobcats ran at Money Williams to get the ball out of his hands. They don't want Jed shooting free throws, and they don't want Jed with the ball in his hands. So other guys are going to have to make free throws here down the stretch.
What a balance of scoring again for Montana State tonight. So Jaden Stepp, who is fouled out, had 15. Jed Miller does have the team high with 16. 5 of those at the line, 3 Wendy's, 3 balls. 12 from McMahon, 12 from King, 10 from Hodges, 10 from Jeremiah Davis, then 2 from Almanrud, and 0 from Howie Keene tonight. The Bobcats trying to find a way to finish this thing off, take control of second place in the league at 8-4 right now, trying to get to 9-4 and match Coach Logie's career high in Big Sky Conference wins.
And on top of that, have the sweep with the Grizz. So that 5th loss is a 2-game margin. You're 3 up on Eastern Washington for the 2 seed. You always want to get that seed as high as you can get it. Cats right now with a golden opportunity. Any clock they can burn here before the foul is huge.
And the Bobcats trying to get to within 2 games of first place Portland State, which still has to travel out here through the Treasure State and at the Brick. All right, MSU will inbound the ball. Everybody manned up in the backcourt. Miller running the baseline, gets it into Almanrud, back to Miller. Double team trap, throws ahead. King makes the catch, takes it into the front court, back to Almanrud. Almanrud killing clock, gets it back to Miller. And a whistle. And a foul. Away from the ball, right?
Yeah, they called it on. It was just a late whistle.
Okay.
Almenrud gets fouled up top, so he'll go to the line for a pair with 47 seconds to go. Good job burning 8 seconds. Free throws now are what it takes.
And not a bad guy to send to the line here. So Seth Almenrud to the stripe to expand a 6-point lead. Yes. Knocks down the first. Third-year junior, played at Manhattan Christian. Tremendous player at Dawson Community College. It's only the second time in his life he's been to a Cat Grizz game live. The other one is the other one he played in. And he knocks that down, and Seth Almenrud stays perfect at the free throw line this year. 22 for 22, 8-point lead for MSU, 41 seconds left. Up the top for Thompson. Bounce to Sawyer at the perimeter. Back to the top. Kepley back to Sawyer. Into the left corner for Hicks. Rises for three. Way too strong. Cats get the rebound. Handoff for Miller in the backcourt. Dribbling through traffic and draws the foul. And Jed Miller will go to the line. And the Bobcats are on the cusp of one of their great wins of the season.
It's a really fun place to win. I had the fortune to get a couple in my time, and really happy for these players. I'm happy for Coach Logie. It's not over, but 8-point lead. You make any free throws down the stretch, and this thing's in the books.
Jed Miller 85% from the free throw line this year as fans get up and head for the exits. And free throw is good. Boy, this place gets loud, but when you're on the road in a rivalry game, it gets quiet. And boy, you can hear your own fans starting to cheer over the disappointed silence of the Maroon.
And
free throw's good.
I think this would take the Brawl of the Wild scoreboard to 9-1.
Yes.
Montana State against Montana.
Oh, Money Williams with an offensive foul. Boy, he just went right at Pat McMahon, and Money Williams just fouled out. I mean, he went right at him and just threw an elbow, and a nice job by the Bobcats not reacting, because that's one that could draw a reaction in a rivalry game.
Yeah, it was really smart by Pat to just take the hit. Got the foul call. You don't need to do anything else.
Into Miller, working along the right sideline, and draws the foul. And how poetic for Jed Miller to go to the line and put this thing on ice. Well, the Cats up 10, 81-71. For the guy who has waited his time over 4 years, the guy fighting through exhaustion, who watched firsthand how Darius Brown and Rob Ford during his freshman and sophomore years willed this team into an NCAA tournament and a couple of back-to-back tournament championships. Jed Miller at the line is good. Will Jed Miller be the next man in this lineage of point guards to carry this Bobcat team through during what has been a golden decade? Free throws no good, as Montana has the rebound. 15 seconds left in the game. Kepley to the wing, throws into the post, and Jenkins missed the bunny. Loose on the floor. Bobcats have it, and Jeremiah Davis has the rebound, and he's got a wry, giggly smile on his face as Montana State earns the win. Bobcats win it in Missoula, 82-71. Jed Miller, Pat McMahon jump into the air and bang shoulders celebrating. Those two guys earned it. And those two guys are above 500 in their career against the Grizzlies. Pat McMahon is 6-5 all-time against Montana, including 2 wins in Missoula and 1 win in a Big Sky Tournament Championship. What a win for Montana State, who is by themselves in second place now at 9-4. And the Bobcats are just 2 games back of the Vikings for first place in the Big Sky, with Portland State still to come to Bozeman. Brian, this is one of those program-making wins.
Yeah, and to do it with the amount of injuries and everything else that they have had over the last couple of months, Bobcats seniors get to celebrate and enjoy a pretty massive win. And as they huddle up around the TV broadcast to do a little bit of interviewing with Jed Miller, the entire team joins him, which is just symbolic of what this group's about. They are about the team being bigger than any individual, and that's just unbelievable.
What came first, the chicken or the egg? What came first, winning or chemistry? This team answers that emphatically, that it is chemistry that comes first, and that has led to a team that is currently overachieving as a result of these injuries, and they've got the win 82-81 as the Spirit Squad and dance team celebrate just as hard as the players and coaches did. And boy, what a night for Montana State. 82-71, Bobcats win it in Missoula. And they sweep the season series against the Grizzlies. We're taking a break. Back after this. You're listening to Bobcat Basketball, presented by Learfield.
With friendly customer service and an outstanding location near Montana State University and the base of the Bridger Mountain Range, Country Inn & Suites by Radisson is the perfect place to begin your Bozeman adventure. Country Inn & Suites offers a hot and delicious Be Our Guest breakfast buffet each morning. Free Wi-Fi is available throughout the property, and we have a business center and meeting rooms. Our indoor pool and hot tub is a great way to relax after a day of fun, and the on-site fitness center will keep your workout goals on track. We have spacious king and double queen suites with a full-size sleeper sofa available, and every room in Country Inn & Suites is smoke-free. Reserve your room today.
At Montana State University, students shape signature experiences that take them across the state and into local communities. MSU is dedicated to its land-grant mission, integrating transformational learning, discovery, and service that improves lives. You'll find our students teaching across Montana, conducting research in the heart of Yellowstone National Park, or even creating small shelter prototypes to address homelessness. Montana State University. Think outside.
Rocky Mountain Credit Union has supported Montana State athletics for over 40 years and provides a local credit union for past, present, and future Bobcats. You can have it all with RMCU. Low rates, mobile banking, a place to start saving, or work on building your credit. Visit your local branch or online at rmcu.net to become a member today. That's rmcu.net. Go Bobcats.
No matter how far you may go, there's always one just down the road. Town Pump, who'll pump it up, pump it up.
Town of Pump is excited to once again sponsor the Brawl of the Wild Rivalry Series between Montana State and the University of Montana. Look for special Brawl of the Wild promotions throughout the year at your local Town Pump.
Town Pump, right down the road, pump it up, yeah.
Universal Athletic has been a proud supporter of Bobcat Athletics for over 50 years. Check out their great selection of Bobcat apparel and accessories for all your game day needs. Shop in store at their North 7th Avenue location or online at shop.msubobcats.com for everything you need to cheer on your Bobcats. Universal Athletic, a proud supporter of Bobcat Athletics for over 50 years. Go Cats!
At Intermountain Health, we believe life is a circle. May yours surround you with insight, a healthy perspective, trust, and reassurance. The belief that our differences aren't that different, and compassion just when you need it most. Life is a circle. May yours help you live the healthiest life possible. Intermountain Health.
Bobcat Basketball has been brought to you by Door Tech, raising the door on quality, Montana State University, Mountains and Mines, and by Rate, the foundation of great homes throughout Montana. Live from the First Interstate Bank broadcast booth, this is Bobcat Postgame.
Bobcats win it today, 82-71 in Missoula. Before we go too much further, though, we've got some business to attend to. Let's pause. 10 seconds for our network station identification. This is Montana State basketball. Gillogly alongside Brian Priebe following a Bobcat victory tonight. MSU improves to 15-11, 9-4 against Big Sky competition, and the Grizzlies fall to 4-12. They're now 8-5 in Big Sky play. So the Bobcats are by themselves in second place, 2 games back of first place, Portland State. And Brian, how about the Bobcats basketball programs, men's and women, and football this year? This academic year are a combined 6-0 against the Grizzlies with 3 combined wins in Missoula. I bet there's a lot of Bobcat fans they'd never see that day.
Yeah, a lot of those wins are by double digits, if we can say that. I think the Bobcat men's basketball win by 9, and then the football win here are the only two that aren't by double digits.
That's
so it's not like we're talking half-court shots to steal wins here. We're talking kind of put your hand on the forehead of little brother and let him know you're little brother, and that's where you belong. Sorry.
All right, let's take a little break. We got Coach Logie joining us here in a moment. We'll get you some highlights because, boy, there were some massive highlights tonight. And the Bobcats get the win 82-71 over the Grizzlies to grab sole possession of second place, sweep the Grizzlies for the 6th time since 2000. Impressive stuff by MSU. Back after this, you're listening to Bobcat Basketball, presented by Learfield.
At Williams Homes, we're more than builders. We're family. For over 30 years, our name has meant quality, care, and homes built to last for generations. Because buying a home isn't just about today. It's about your future. Right now, we're locking in prices on move-in ready homes. No surprises, no shifting costs. Plus, for a limited time, get flex cash for closing costs, upgrades, HOA fees, or a rate buydown. Your dreams deserve a strong foundation. Williams Homes, built by our family for yours. Visit WilliamsHomes.com.
At Jersey Mike's, watching them freshly slice the meat and cheese for my sub is a sight to behold. The layers of ham, salami, and pepperoni are even more glorious than the pink and orange layers of a sunrise. Yeah, the sun's pretty and all that, but in about 7 billion years it's going to explode, obliterating the earth and every living thing on it. And if there's no sun, there's no subs. Meanwhile, the only thing a sub ever obliterated was my hunger. Freshly sliced right in front of you. It's a Jersey Mike's thing. A sub above.
Ambient Air Solutions wants to take a moment to show our gratitude and to say thank you. Thank you to our frontline workers. Thank you to our doctors, nurses, and EMTs. Thank you to all the volunteers. And thank you to the Gallatin County community. Ambient Air Solutions is so grateful for your support for over 12 years. We are so blessed to live in such a beautiful place. Ambient Air Solutions is here for all your heating and cooling needs. Call us at 406-577-1818 to schedule your service today. Ambient Air Solutions, simplifying heating and cooling.
The Bobcats are proud to present these preferred local partners as members of Bobcat Built. Bryant Heating and Cooling Systems. Bryant, whatever it takes. Carrier Heating and Air Conditioning. Carrier, turn to the experts. Ace Roofing, building Montana strong, one roof at a time. Rivers Landscaping, crafting superior outdoor spaces. And NW Construction, proud to call Bozeman home. Montana State Athletics encourages our fans to choose these local businesses. They are proud local sponsors and demonstrate what it means to be a Bobcat. We are Bobcat Built.
Bobcats earn the win today, 82-71 in Missoula. The Bobcats get it done. And Coach Logie now is one win away from his first winning Big Sky season. Obviously, they've already won a Big Sky tournament championship, but 9-9 each of the last 2 years. And so to get a 10th conference win, Brian, I mean, that is something that really will be a feather in his cap, whenever that comes, because we know we've got a lot of basketball left, but, I mean, that 10th win's going to mean something to this team.
Yeah, it's going to mean something, and I think with this team in particular, when you talk about the number of injuries that they've had and different things, their ability to continue to persevere is a testament to their leadership. And that leadership is coaches, but it's also players. Jed Miller, Pat McMahon, those guys are leading this group in a way that it just is phenomenal, the results are getting.
So the Bobcats today really spread out the scoring. 19 points from Jed Miller, who really didn't shoot great. He was 4 of 11, 3 of 6 from 3, but 19 points, 5 assists, 1 turnover in this game. 12 points from King, 12 points from McMahon, 10 from Hodges, 10 from Davis, as the Bobcats get the victory. All right, we are joined now by head coach Matt Logie following the victory. And, Coach, man, congratulations on the win today. All of the injuries, all of the adversity you guys have been through, and you found a way to get this win tonight. How has this team been able to fight through this adversity and win such a program-defining type game like tonight?
Attitude. I mean, that's what we talk about all the time for situations like this. You know, you just never know how life is going to hit you sometimes, but it's always how you react. All right, and these guys have responded to every adversity, to every valley, just with incredible attitudes and togetherness. One of the most just enjoyable groups to coach that I've ever been around.
Yeah, it was interesting pregame. I was having a conversation with someone from the Grizzlies program, and they made the comment, just looking out at warm-ups, that the internal leadership they saw from your players and kind of said, man, I wish we had what they had in that moment?
Well, you can't say enough good things about Jed Miller and Pat McMahon. Those guys lead in different ways, but they've both been invaluable. Obviously, Jed's more the vocal guy, but I mean, what Pat has done for this team in terms of his toughness and playing through all the stuff that he's playing through sends a great leadership message as well. And, our guys have just continued to follow their lead.
You had preached in prep for this game that you were going to be an aggressive team. You were going to come out and take blows. You're going to deliver blows early. Pat McMahon, quick 8 points. Jaden Stepp comes off the bench, goes for 11 in the first half.
Yeah, Jaden was great tonight and just continues to trust the process, trust what we teach. You can see him, getting his bearings, getting his balance, and when he does that, he's fully equipped to make all the skilled plays that you saw out there today.
It felt like Montana made a ton of shots early, 6 of their first 9 from 3, but it felt like that block at the end of the half by Jeremiah Davis it put an amazing life into your team. You come out 7-0 second half, and their squad just kind of let down from there.
Yeah, no, that was a great way to end the half. Jeremiah saw the play and made a fantastic effort. Montana's got some really good shooters, and they made a couple that we hadn't maybe anticipated them trying to tease apart, but we were able to withstand the blow. Our offense was really efficient in the first half to kind of keep us in there, and then in the second half, those shots didn't fall quite as much, and so the math is going to be the math. I was glad that it came out on our side.
Yeah, definitely. And finally, just down the stretch, this team has that 10-point lead, but Jed Miller's in a lot of foul trouble. Jeremiah Davis tweaks an ankle. All of a sudden, you've got Jaden Stepp, you've got Seth Almond, you got everybody playing point guard. Just another testament to this team sticking together.
Yeah, it's just it's a true committee, and so in committees, when someone has to step up, they step up, and Seth has done a great job, Jaden did a great job, Jeremiah's done a great job, so team win.
Coach, congrats on the win. You really delivered a heck of a night for a lot of Bobcat fans out there.
Thanks a lot. Go Cats.
All right, that's head coach Matt Logie. We're taking a break. We got highlights coming up after this timeout as Montana State wins 82-71 at Montana today. Your list of Bobcat basketball presented by Learfield.
See every play, every big win, every Cats moment with the clarity you deserve. At Vance Thompson Vision, our team specializes in LASIK and cataract surgery to help restore and improve your vision. Because when it comes to cheering for the Bobcats, you don't want to miss a thing. Vance Thompson Vision is proud to be the official LASIK and cataract provider of Montana State Bobcat Athletics. Learn more and book your consultation today at VanceThompsonVision.com.
Hello, tomorrow. We may not know exactly what you've got in store for us, for our routines and our normals. But here's the thing. Turns out, we've got this. We haven't seen everything, but we have seen ourselves be more ready for whatever you bring than we thought we would be. So when it comes to tomorrow, bring on the day. First Interstate, built for you. Member FDIC, Equal Housing Lender. Visit us at firstinterstate.com.
Looking for the perfect place to fuel up before the game or celebrate a Bobcat win? Come on down to Ribbon Chop House. We have locations in Bozeman, Billings, Butte, Great Falls, and Livingston, where premium steaks, fresh seafood, and award-winning baby back ribs meet unmatched hospitality. Join us on Tuesday nights at 6:30 in Bozeman for great food and fanfare with the Cat Chat Coaches Show. Whether you're cheering from the stands or watching with friends, do it with flavor. Ribbon Chop House, proud partner of Montana State. Go Cats! Who's ready to experience Montana's high alpine like never before? This winter, Big Sky Resort unveils Kirkcliff, a stunning 2-story glass observatory at the summit of Lone Peak, surrounded by unobstructed views spanning 3 states, 2 national parks, and countless mountain ranges. The most thrilling part of the experience, standing at 11,166 feet on a transparent glass floor. Plan your visit to Big Sky and experience Kirkcliff, redefining what it means to experience Montana's high country.
Here's to home. Here's to Northwest Crossing, where kids can be kids, and adults can also be kids, and new neighbors feel like old friends. Welcome to Bozeman, Montana's newest master planned community. Life here comes with nearby, top-rated Bozeman schools, on-site eateries and retail, office space, parks, trails, and so much more, including new homes from the 500s to 800s, exclusively built by Williams Homes. Learn more at nwxbzn.com. nwxbzn.com.
Universal Athletic has been a proud supporter of Bobcat Athletics for over 50 years. Check out their great selection of Bobcat apparel and accessories for all your game day needs. Shop in store at their North 7th Avenue location or online at shop.msubobcats.com for everything you need to cheer on your Bobcats. Universal Athletic, a proud supporter of Bobcat Athletics for over 50 years. Go Cats!
Bobcats earn a memorable win in what has been a memorable season of Bobcat Athletics, and this one will certainly be one of those games and one of those wins that you will hold near and dear to your heart when you think back to what this season has been. And there's a lot of Bobcat fans wearing national championship gear, sitting in maroon seats, watching their Bobcat basketball team sweep the Montana Grizzlies, who are the reigning Big Sky champions.
Yeah, and I'd be lying if I didn't say I was tempted to wear my national championship shirt here at Press Row. I figured that was probably inappropriate, so I just went with a Bobcat logo.
I like it. I like it. All right, well, up next, let's get to our First Security Bank highlights of the game. We can take a listen to those right now. Jaden Stepp lets it fly from deep. Got it. And Jaden Stepp with a quick 5 points off the bench. The Cats are hitting their threes at least. They're 4 of 6, while Montana's 6 of 9. Posting up now on the left block. Pump fake. Fall away. Jay. Oh, he got it. Little Dirk Nowitzki falling away with the fading Jay on the left baseline. And Jaden Stepp has come out to play in the Brawl of the Wild. Boy, what a scene. Jaden Stepp passes to the top as the Bobcats trail by 6 with the ball. 6 minutes to play first half. King. Topside three is good. Christian King with his second Wendy's 3-ball, matching his 3-point field goal makes from the last 3 games combined. Boy, was he due. Into Hodges. Kick out to the top for King. Curls into the lane. Hop stop. Hooks it up. That's good. Oh, what a slithery move by Christian King at 6'8". Wow. McMahon to the right elbow. Now posting up against the freshman Owino. Kicks it out to Davis. He's open. Rises and fires. Connects. Confident three from Jeremiah Davis, who turns to the courtside seats and lets a couple of fans know who are now laughing about it. 8 seconds left in the half. Kepley to the top for Thompson. Back to Kepley, 5. Kepley on the right wing, 4. Up to the top, Thompson, 3. Drives inside, throws to Sawyer, rises, block! Oh, Jeremiah Davis! Are you kidding me? Whoa! King misses the free throw. He's sitting at 10 points on the drive down to the right block. Kepley has it stolen away. Here's Jed Miller in transition. Slows down up at the top. Gives it to Pat McMahon. He works his way into the lane. Draws a double team. Bounce pass to Hodges. Rises and rips the rim. Timeout Montana. Throws back the other way to McMahon. Into the corner. King pumps the 3. Steps to his right. Puts it up. No good. Davis skies for the rebound and gets it out to Jed Miller. Back to Davis. Right corner 3-ball. Yes! It's the Jeremiah Davis game. He's got 8. Jed Miller weaving into the front court. Crosses over on Williams. Steps back. Right wing 3-ball. Boom! And 1! Jed Miller going to the line for a chance at a 4-point play. Here's Pat McMahon. He goes to the cup. Lays it good and 1! Pat McMahon just took on Tajon Sawyer and wins the battle to take us to a timeout. Those were our First Security Bank highlights of the game. All right, one more timeout. When we get back, we will finish it off as Montana State earns the win, 82-71. You're listening to Bobcat Basketball, presented by Learfield.
Ready to build your brand? Think Inc. outside the box for your complete branding solutions. Located in Bozeman, Montana, we offer a full print shop for banners, signs, wraps, trade show booths and graphics, promotional products, and much more. If you can think it, we can ink it. We are a proud supporter and corporate sponsor of the MSU Bobcats. Like us on Facebook to see some of our cat wraps. Ready to build your brand? Think Inc. and call us at 406-922-6462 or visit us on the web at inkoutside.com.
It's the season of home improvement, and Williams Plumbing will help you tackle the big stuff. Are old roots clogging your sewer line? Williams has the tools to fix it. Have you checked your septic system lately? We have the knowledge and experience to maintain or repair it. Looking to install a yard hydrant? We'll do it promptly and professionally. Don't sweat the big stuff. Call Williams Plumbing today.
It was a nice spring day, so I decided to do a little work around the house. I didn't think anything of it. I've dug 1,000 holes 1,000 times. until I hit a shallow gas line. The repair cost me over $5,000, and in one fell swoop, the family vacation was kaput. I know I'm not the only one, but it still hurts. Next time I'm calling 811 before I dig.
Learn from Jerry and hundreds of others. Call 811 before you dig.
Brought to you by Montana811.org.
At Jersey Mike's, watching them freshly slice the meat and cheese for my sub is a sight to behold. The layers of ham, salami, and pepperoni are even more glorious than the pink and orange layers of a sunrise. Yeah, the sun's pretty and all that, but in about 7 billion years it's going to explode, obliterating the earth and every living thing on it. And if there's no sun, there's no subs. Meanwhile, the only thing a sub ever obliterated was my hunger. Freshly sliced right in front of you. It's a Jersey Mike's thing. A sub above.
Bobcats earned the win today, 82-71 over the Grizzlies to earn their 5th season sweep against the Grizzlies this century. Keaton Gillogly alongside Brian Priebe. All right, Brian, let's get to some of our business tonight. Let's go to our Intermountain Health Player of the Game. What do you got?
Cats were struggling a little bit on the defensive end, giving up some threes early on, but Jaden Stepp stemmed the tide. 11 first-half points, 15 total, 7 for 10 from the field. He had 4 boards, and he had 2 assists, no turnovers, and a couple of big blocks as well. Just brought it off the bench. Career high for Jaden Stepp. Congrats to him.
Yeah, impressive performance by Jaden Stepp tonight. You could see that building kind of week over week. You saw the flashes, and then you saw a good stretch, and then you saw a step back, and you could see it continuing to build into a night like tonight.
Yeah, absolutely. And just his touch around the basket has improved game over game. Great job tonight, especially finishing in and around the rim. And you put it all together, and it is a wonderful evening for the Bobcats.
All right, looking ahead to the Bobcats' next game, presented by Vance Thompson Vision, the official LASIK and cataract surgeon of the Montana State Bobcats. Thursday night at Weber State. Sounds like that game actually got changed to 7:30 p.m. Originally it had been 7 o'clock. It'll be 7:30 at Weber State, and then at Idaho State Saturday at 4 o'clock. Checking in on some of the other scores from around the league today. Northern Colorado beat Portland State 77-65. Idaho beat Idaho State 99-69. Eastern Washington stays hot. They beat Weber 84-66. Northern Arizona beats Sac State at home 79-74. And, of course, the Bobcats winning here today. So, your standings right now. Portland State on 11-2. Bobcats 2 games back with Portland State coming to Montana State. That is the next home game for the Bobcats at the end of the month. Montana's at 8-5. Eastern's at 7-6. Northern Colorado, which has won 6 in a row, they're 7-7. Weber's 7-7. Idaho's 6-7. Sac is 5-8. NAU is 4-10, and Idaho State is 3-11. So here we go, Brian. Everything is possible for this Bobcat team despite the adversity.
Absolutely. With a sweep over the Grizz and a split with Eastern, they have an opportunity to claim that 1 seed. They have a really good shot at the 2 seed at this point, and they're the only team in the league to win on the road tonight.
Love it. All right, Bobcat women's basketball won today 72-55. Daniel Sally and I will be back with another Bobcat Insider podcast out Tuesday morning, and we will have another Cat Chat back at Montana's Ribbon Chop House Tuesday night at 6:30. All right, Brian, this has been fun. Let's keep it rolling here for a couple more games.
Yeah, I was talking with Coach Logie before the game. I said there is nothing better than winning in this place. You can win any game anywhere, but nothing beats winning in Dahlberg.
All right, Bobcats get the win, and Bobcat basketball and Bobcat football are a combined 6-0 against the Grizzlies with 3 wins in Missoula this year. Not too shabby. All right, that'll wrap it up. Kelly Freeman's been our producer tonight. Thank you to head coach Matt Logie for his time before and after the ballgame. For my broadcast partner, Brian Priebe, this is Keaton Gillogly saying so long from Missoula. Pleasure to be with you tonight, and we'll talk again next week for Cat Chat on Tuesday night at 6:30 over at Montana's Ribbon Chop House. Final score for a final time tonight. Bobcats win it 82-71 over Montana. You've been listening to Bobcat Basketball, presented by Learfield.
Bobcat Basketball has been brought to you by Town Pump Food Stores, proud